Time is a fragile thing in football. A season, a game, a moment. For the Owasso Rams, they've spent every second of the journey this season defying limits and chasing something greater. But tonight, time bends. Tonight, they face not just an opponent, but the weight of history itself. The gold ball is their ultimate goal. But what lies between is 48 minutes of an eternal, immovable force. What we are about to witness is more than a game. It's a collision of eras. A chance to shatter the gravitational pull of the past and rise to glory. For Owasso, it's not about what has been. It's about what could be. The Spartans stand as an unyielding monument to what was. But the Rams carry with them something greater. Hope, purpose, the belief that no legacy is too great to overcome. Tonight, the past meets the future. It's the Owasso Rams and the Bixby Spartans live on Friday night for the Class 6A1 State Championship.
I started Folds of Honor above my garage 13 years ago because 90% of spouses and children of killed or disabled U.S. service members receive no federal education assistance. Our mission has never wavered. We honor their sacrifices by educating their legacy.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thanks to you, I will be a construction engineer,
an elementary school teacher.
Thank you for helping me fulfill my dream of going to med school.
We're able to award these scholarships because patriots like you refuse to turn your back on the cost of freedom. Join the Folds of Honor Squadron today. Your $13 a month will help ensure we never turn military families away. This is your call to duty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thanks to people like you, I know my dad is not forgotten.
Hey Tulsa, Coach Bill Blankenship here. Just like on the football field, car accidents can hit you hard. And when that happens, you need a team you can trust. Tulsa Accident Care Center has the best playbook for your recovery. With licensed physicians and personalized treatment plans, they'll help you get back in the game faster and with no out-of-pocket cost to you. So when life tackles you with an auto accident, call Tulsa Accident Care Center, where your recovery is our victory.
Call 918-888-8080 or visit TulsaAccidentCare.com today.
Some restrictions apply. Call for details.
Hello, Ram fans. This is Ray Adcock with Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso, and we are proud supporters of Owasso Rams Athletics. If you've kept your ticket stub from any home sporting event, you'll notice the backside of that is $20 off for any service at Christian Brothers. That's right. Oil change, alignment, diagnostic, repair, doesn't matter. And if you'll check in on Facebook when you're in the building, that's another $20 off. We're talking $40 off for any service. Come see us at Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso.
In the past 7 years, First Bank of Owasso has invested over $400,000 in Owasso public schools. This includes funds for athletic and academic teams, classroom materials, and support for our teachers. Discover the First Bank of Owasso difference by visiting one of their 3 convenient Owasso locations or by visiting firstbank.net. First Bank of Owasso, member FDIC.
Hello, Ram Nation. It's Coach Graham. Owasso football strives for excellence on and off the field, and our partners at Jim Goto Auto Family have the same commitment too. That's why they're Oklahoma's highest rated Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram dealer. Their unwavering dedication to always offer the largest selections at Oklahoma best prices is unmatched. Plus, their standards of excellence in customer service after the sale is the best of the best. When you need a vehicle, head to Jim Glover and tell him Coach Graham sent you.
Owasso, your favorite coffee spot, just got even better. Brew Coffee House has opened a brand new location at 96th and Garnett. Come in and enjoy our handcrafted lattes, fresh pastries, and cozy atmosphere, now in a more convenient spot. And don't forget to join the Brew Club. Get exclusive deals, early access to new flavors, and more. It's the perfect way to make your brew experience even sweeter. Visit us today at Brew Coffee House, now at 96th and Garnett. Sip, savor, and stay a while.
Good afternoon, friends, and welcome inside the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth as we get you set for action between the 12-0 Owasso Rams and the 10-2 Bixby Spartans in the Class 6A1 State Championship, live from Chad Richardson Stadium in Edmond, Oklahoma. This is the Duralast Roofing Specialist pregame show. Well, we'd like to say a huge thanks to Ray Adcock and Christian Brothers Automotive for bringing us that tremendous scene setter, and thanks to Super Bowl public address announcer and the voice of NFL Films, Alan Roach, for getting us ready for today's game. Well, for the Owasso Rams, the road ends just as it began, facing the Bixby Spartans. This is a rematch from August, when the Rams shocked the Oklahoma high school football scene by trouncing the Spartans by a 3-touchdown margin. And despite the Rams' dominance this year, it seems to be the Spartans that everyone is talking about. Sure, they're making their 11th consecutive appearance in a title game, although 8 of those came in a lower classification. Yes, they are back-to-back defending 6A1 state champs. But Owasso is hungry, and the only thing that will quench their appetite is a gold ball. And despite any desperate Spartan effort to cling to ancient history, there's a new era of high school football in Oklahoma. Tonight, the Owasso Rams travel to the 405 to prove that the 918 is run by the Rams. For Owasso, it's been a Herculean team effort on all sides of the ball. Through 12 games, Owasso has compiled more than 6,000 yards of offense and 70-plus touchdowns. And defensively, they've held some of the most potent offenses in the state to under their season averages. In last week's state semifinal, for instance, the Rams defense limited the Jinx Trojans to several touchdowns below their season average. This is the Rams' 5th all-time appearance in the state title game, and they bring a 3-1 record in those games with them. Tonight, they look to add to their collection of gold balls from 2019, 2017, and 1974. We'll head down to the locker room and chat with Owasso head coach Antonio Graham, but first, some rays of wisdom from Ray Adcock at Christian Brothers Automotive. The field is set and we're ready for action. It's the undefeated Owasso Rams and the Bixby Spartans live in the Class 1 State Championship. You're listening to the Duralast Roofing Specialist pregame show on the Owasso Sports Network.
Are you tired of living with the discomfort of neuropathy? Find relief today with Restoration Chiropractic.
Hey, it's Dr. Bryce with Restoration Chiropractic. My wife, Dr. Allie, and I are Owasso High School graduates and proud to bring our practice back to our hometown. Don't let neuropathy hold you back. Our neuropathy protocol uses state-of-the-art technology to help neuropathy, all without the use of medications or surgery.
Experience the difference at Restoration Chiropractic. Schedule your consultation today and take the first step toward a pain-free life. Call 918-212-0084.
On a big storm night, we call those priority 1.
All hands on deck.
This is a tornado. We start planning 24, 48 hours in advance.
Travis is going to be leading.
We need to be taking cover. Alan Crow looking at individual storms.
The station's going to be driving the radar.
The best technology and the best team to keep you safe.
They're all coming together to give us the best information possible.
The locally owned station invests more in you. Travis, Allen, and Station, the Oklahoma weather experts. Only on Oklahoma's own News on 6.
Small businesses, behold, brand new business savings brings big benefits with Blue Savings from Communication Federal Credit Union. CFCU now offers Blue Savings, a small biz savings account that pays 4.5% APY. Maximize returns on liquid cash, plus no minimum balance requirements and no monthly service charge. Better than basic banking? You better believe it. 4.5% APY Blue Savings from Communication Federal. Federally insured by NCUA. Restrictions apply. All offers subject to credit union approval. See website for disclosure.
When it comes to supporting the Owasso community, nobody does it like State Farm agent Casey Miller. For the last 5 years, Casey has been a good neighbor to Owasso families with affordable insurance and friendly service, even when the unexpected happens. Bundle your auto, home, and life insurance for even more savings. And be sure to say hello when you see her out supporting the Rams and Lady Rams this season. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Casey Miller is there.
Welcome back inside the Owasso Rams Coaches Show, brought to you by Tulsa Accident Care Center. Jared Gallagher and head coach Antonio Graham with you. Coach, we talked about in the first segment how well the offense controlled the ball, and I think that was a catalyst in keeping your defense fresh. And some of those guys I thought who played really well were Riker Ogg, Levi Gastelum, Jalen Mall, who had a crucial interception in the end zone after giving Jinx their best field position of the day. I thought all of those guys and several others were extremely impactful defensively.
Yes, man. Along those lines, man, we talked about, all year we've been talking about brotherhood and how big our bond is. And when Cole Campbell fumbled that ball, our defense took the field with an attitude. Like, you know how you could sometimes tell when teams are defeated by their body language.
Right.
You took the field with an attitude, and how offensive guys meet. After sudden change, they like to. At the time, if I'm Jinx, I'm like, this is a great opportunity to freaking put your foot on the throat, right?
Right.
And they took a shot, and we prepare ourselves for this kind of thing. Sudden change. Everybody needs to communicate. Big play, shot. Jaden Mall getting in a good position, and boom. And then right after that, we go on an 18-play drive.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing how the game of momentum play and things like that. And we always say good things happen when you chase the football. Our linemen are trying to go in to get that extra block, and just little things that we've been preaching at all came to life that game. Cooper Oshowitz fumbled the ball and about gave me a heart attack. But Blake Novotny chasing the football.
Oh, man.
He recovers the play.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that right there.
Right.
And that was huge. But we practice that stuff. You chase as a lineman, except not doing your job, and go find somebody else to block.
Sure.
And so those little things all came to life that game. And it was awesome seeing that stuff, And so hopefully I don't like being in those situations at all. But I'm glad that it came our way.
Yeah, absolutely. Holding Katie Jones to just 70-ish yards and no scores on 20-plus carries, that was a huge part of the game.
There's no doubt, man. We knew that they were a big running team, and we got to try to not make him beat us. And we did a good job of just not letting him. He was literally sometimes one tackle away from making a big game. But, one of the guys that I thought that played very well, a senior safety, Riker Ogg, man, he played lights out.
Yeah.
He played like he wasn't not done playing yet. And very proud of that dude, because there's times where he met that running back one-on-one and he won the battle, and he's obviously outweighed almost 25 pounds,
Right.
And so very proud how he fit the run, and, definitely up defensive front, how they play, Reese Satterwhite, Levi, and Tyreek and Taj Overton just taking on double teams, people that he does not get enough credit as well, because he's going to cause a double team every game.
Oh, sure.
And if they can double team Reese as well, they're going to do that as well. And so those guys are doing so much up front. So our linebacker can flow free. People don't understand that. And my hat goes off to those guys.
Well, Coach, here in Owasso, we've seen our fair share of epic overtime playoff battles. You think, obviously, 2 years ago, we go 6 overtimes with Union. We did a 2 overtime game against an undefeated Midwest City team in 2011, 5 overtimes in 2010 when the Rams beat George Kittle and the Norman Tigers. So when this game goes to overtime, you could almost.
I got to add one more to that. My first year at Owasso at Union, we did that double overtime game against them, and anyway, go for it.
Yeah, so I mean, you could almost feel the excitement in the air. Whenever we realized that this game was going to overtime. Obviously, you said you don't like those situations, but you prepare for those situations. So how are you feeling overall? You got to kind of throw together an overtime game plan. In the moment, how did that all go, and how did it unfold for you?
When you kind of go to overtime, you're playing in that 10-yard line red zone or whatever, and at the end of the day, that I felt like it all came to life, like I always kind of talk about when you practice those situations. And the awesome part about what about the whole situation was that guys never second guessed my decision making in that game, because that was I'm not gonna lie to you, Jared. It was very I'm real aggressive, and we got the ball on the 2-yard line, and I call a timeout just to make sure I'm thinking the right process, and I asked the guys what they think. They're like, "Coach, you got this, man. Go with your gut. All right, kick it. Let's go." And so we kicked the field goal, and Jack West literally looked at me like, "Coach, we're gonna stop these guys." And Carter, they bust one little run on the 5-yard line, and then Carter comes down from safety spot and just makes one of the plays of the day. Their TFL, and it was like he shot out a cannon. And so was very proud of him as well. And so the fact that we were able to go through that situation and come out on top, and you get to go back on Sundays and you get to coach that up and say, hey, this is why this scenario at practice, why we practice those and things like that, and these 2-point plays and things like that all carry overs in that overtime because you're around the same yard line in some of those situations and stuff like that.
Sure.
And so it was just good just seeing our kids accept the challenge. It felt like an inside drill, just running, just no passing. Is just inside running for about 25 minutes of my life, And so,
I thought you did such a great job of kind of staying within your game plan. But it was something just from an outside standpoint. It almost felt like Jinx tried to get away from theirs a little bit. I mean, KD barely touched the ball in the overtime periods, and when he did, he was handing it off to somebody else. That is not how Jinx won ball games this year, and so I thought I was really proud of the way that Owasso and the way you were able to stay within your game plan and kind of ride that momentum.
And Jared, that's hard to do when you're kind of used to making those X plays, that gets you, those 4 or 5 play drives, those are hard to do with just staying with the nitty-gritty. But if you go back in the first game, that's how it was in the first game. We had some bigger plays, but that first half, man, it was just like it was. And it was pretty interesting going into halftime tied up like it was the first
Sure.
Game. And so going into that way, it was very easy to kind of motivate those guys, going into halftime, like, hey, we've been in here before with these guys.
Right.
Let's go finish it. And so at halftime, you can kind of hear a pin drop in the locker room. That's how those guys are still focused and locked in and ready to get back out there.
Well, Coach, you mentioned to us after the game in your post-game interview, that happened to be your birthday. So that's got to be a nice cherry on top of a tremendous day.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was obviously a great blessing to live another year, and to win on your birthday and not go home with a sad face is even better. And so everybody in the Graham household was very happy that day, including myself, And me, I'm kind of stubborn. I'm always trying to find things that could have been better. And so for me to be smiling after a game like that, I can be even happier for our guys.
That's great, Coach. Well, at the end of the day, it was a 30-27 triple overtime victory for the Rams to advance to the 2024 Class 6A1 state championship. Coach, let's grab another break and come back with a preview of the state game. You're listening to the Owasso Ram Coaches Show, driven by Tulsa Accident Care Center.
Looking for the ultimate adventure right here in Owasso? Look no further than Airtopia Adventure Park. Conquer the ninja course, tackle the high ropes, and test your agility in the vortex. There's something for everyone at Airtopia. Perfect for birthdays, team events, or a fun day out with family and friends. Join us at Airtopia Adventure Park, where every day is an adventure. Visit airtopiapark.com for more details. Airtopia, where the fun never stops. Located off 86th Street, across from Owasso High School.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
There's a reason Duralast Roofing Specialist has been voted Best Roofing Company for 4 years in a row by the Tulsa World and Tulsa people. With top-of-the-line service, the highest quality materials, and expertise at getting your claim paid properly. Go with Zach Harbaugh and Duralast Roofing Specialist. Call today at 918-906-7800. Again, that's 918-906-7800.
Hey, Tulsa, Coach Bill Blankenship here. Just like on the football field, car accidents can hit you hard. And when that happens, you need a team you can trust. Tulsa Accident Care Center has the best playbook for your recovery. With licensed physicians and personalized treatment plans, they'll help you get back in the game faster and with no out-of-pocket cost to you. So when life tackles you with an auto accident, call Tulsa Accident Care Center, where your recovery is our victory.
Call 918-888-8080 or visit TulsaAccidentCare.com today.
Some restrictions apply. Call for details.
When it's time to celebrate a sweet Owasso Ram victory, nothing will do quite like nothing but cakes. From personal buntlets to individual buntinis for the entire team, you'll discover a bunt load of flavor for every occasion. Visit Nothing Bunt Cakes in Owasso, located in the Smith Farm Marketplace. Nothing Bunt Cakes, proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
We're back with Owasso football head coach Antonio Graham, where the Rams are preparing for their biggest test of the season, a rematch with the Bixby Spartans. And this time, Coach, it's for a state championship. How are we feeling, and what is your message to the team?
The biggest thing, man, I'm feeling very grateful. You know, there is, you know, 6A1 football over on our side, man. There's, you know, 16 teams. And we're one of the last two to survive this, man. And is, you know, for once you don't take it for granted. You know, there's a lot of guys that we talked about this last week that, you know, there's a lot of people that coach for a long, long time and they don't get to play in this game or whatever. Today I was in a Zoom call with all the coaches that's having a state championship game this upcoming week, whether you're in Class A or 5A or whatever. And I thought it was pretty cool, man. And it's very humbling and it's very blessing. But the biggest thing is I want us to at least sit back and breathe and just say, hey, you know, you guys accomplished a huge goal. And let's not have any regrets this week. And they, you know, basically they put their pants on the same way we do. And at the end of the day, it's just, you know, we're a great football team. They're a great football team as well. And we just got to go play our game.
No doubt, Coach. And similar to last week, you know, this team that we're facing, the Spartan team, it's a different program than what we saw in the first week of the season. We fully expected them to do that, to progress. But what in film have you seen that they're doing differently now that we need to roster to cue on Friday?
They're finding ways to get their best 11 on the football field, and that's what great programs do at this time. We got to find the best 11 on the football field. It's not about you. It's about the team, and you got to kind of set yourself aside a little bit. And that's what they're doing. And, we're also doing the same thing as well. But they're finding ways to get Presley involved more. They're to getting their linebacker, number 12. He's involved in the run game, obviously, as a running back / quarterback again. And, obviously they got Hawk shoot on the outside, and they're just getting more ways to get those guys the ball. And I think that's where a lot of their success been coming from. And obviously you got to deal with the tempo and the crazy eye candy as well. And so all that stuff is hard to deal with. So we got to be very disciplined with our eyes and focus on our reads this week defensively.
Yeah. Well, Coach, last time you have to answer this question for this season. As we look at our church pathway to victory, what do the Rams need to do to come away with a victory and a gold ball?
Man, just don't let the moment get too big. Just go out there and play as hard as you can and enjoy this moment and be together. Go show the state of Oklahoma why you guys are, an undefeated team and why you guys' bond is so special. Go play for each other, go play together, and let everything else take care of itself. And you got to be able to just focus. Don't get into all the extra stuff this week. I'm trying my best to keep this week as normal as possible for our guys. And if we can just do what we do, we're going to be just fine.
Well, Coach, I speak on behalf of everybody that's listened all season long. We thank you so much for your time. This has been an absolute pleasure for me and all of us who get to tune in every week. And we wish you the best of luck and know that regardless of what happens, you and the entire program has represented Owasso so proudly and will continue to do so, and we appreciate that.
And along those lines, Jared, man, thank you guys for supporting me. It's also been a pleasure by doing this with you. This is something that I always look forward to. And, if you guys ain't got nothing going on Friday night, at this game, drive up there to Edmond and check us out, man. It's definitely going to be a great ball game, and we need everybody there to support us.
Coach Graham, thanks so much for the time, and we really do appreciate you and wish you the best of luck this evening as you look to go complete this journey and go get the gold ball here tonight.
Thank you very much, brother. It's been a pleasure.
When we come back, we'll head back up to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth and welcome in Steve and Grant Mowry. That and more coming up on the Duralast Roofing Specialist pregame show here on the Owasso Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Keith, too, your hometown insurance guy. Insurance doesn't have to be confusing or boring. So if your car decides to tango with a shopping cart or your home springs a leak, I'm the guy you want to call. In fact, I'm so confident I can save you money on your current auto insurance that if I can't, I'll give you $25. Yep, you heard me right. $25 straight from my pocket to yours. So when life throws you a curveball, just call me, Keith, 2, at 918-928-4545 or visit me online at owassoinsuranceguy.com. Go Rams!
Tulsa Bone & Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for the Owasso Rams. Our expert sports medicine physicians and athletic trainers are on the sidelines in case you need us. Dr. Ian Goodman and Dr. Caleb Dunley serve as team physicians for the Rams and see patients right here in Owasso. Tulsa Bone & Joint physicians and physical therapists are nearby to serve you and your family. We wish the Owasso Rams a safe and successful football season. Tulsa Bone & Joint, moving life forward.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nerves pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Everyone loves saving money, but no one loves jumping through hoops.
That's why with QT Pay from Quick Trip, you save on every trip and every gallon, every time you pay. That's instant savings on everything from snacks to drinks to fuel, just by using QT Pay. No blackout dates, no points, no hoops. So the only jumping you'll be doing is for joy every time you save with QT Pay. Join QT Pay through the QT app today. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Hey, Owasso, Coach Grimm here. You know these guys are big Ram fans. Before you take another Ram road trip, make sure your car is ready to go with a visit to your local family-owned Robertson Tires. From new tires to oil changes and so much more, the Robertson family has you covered. Visit them at 8431 Owasso Expressway or find one of their 14 locations across the Tulsa Metro.
Owasso Athletics is proudly supported by First Bank of Owasso, St. Francis Health System, Tulsa Bone and Joint, Jim Glover Auto Family, Ascension St. John Owasso, Tulsa Shield, Folds of Honor, Charlie's Chicken, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Robertson Tire, First United Mortgage, Raising Cane, Capstone Roofing, Sooner Mobile X-Ray, 918 DOCO, Morris Radcliffe Law, ELLC, American Bank of Oklahoma, Tulsa Tech, 918 Family Wellness, Keith 2, Hometown Insurance, Saho Animal Hospital, Waldo's Chicken, Big Biscuit, all things cake.
Good evening and welcome into the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth, where it's time. It is time for Ram football here at the Class 6A State Championship, as the Owasso Rams, coming in with a record of 12-0, ranked number 1 on the season, will be playing the Bixby Spartans with a record of 10-2. I'm Steve Mowry alongside Grant Mowry here this evening. Rob Williams working the numbers, and we also have others here in the booth that are helping us out tonight. A great evening here tonight here at Chad Richardson Stadium on the campus of University of Central Oklahoma here in Edmond, Oklahoma. Grant, it's a beautiful evening out here tonight. You and I were out on the field, a bit of a breeze coming out of the south. Good football weather and a great night for championship football.
Yeah, this is exciting. I mean, it's hard to believe that we look forward to every year of week 1 and getting to start the season. And we've gone from week 1 against the Bixby Spartans to the state championship game in week 13. And it's amazing how fast it's gone, but it is very exciting. And there's a lot of electricity here in the stadium tonight.
Fans still filing into the stadium, a good contingency of the Owasso crowd on the other side. Bixby will be the home team, and they are here below us here on the home side tonight. The Rams and Spartans coming into this game. Owasso, both of these teams got a bye in the first round of the playoffs, and then Owasso defeated Deer Creek, the Antlers at home, 40-26, and then that triple overtime matchup last week, one of the best football games I've ever had an opportunity to be a part of, and it was the Rams coming out with a 30-27 victory over the Jinx Trojans. On the other side, the Bixby Spartans, as we mentioned, they had a first-round bye. They hosted Norman North in their first game and won that handily, 59-14, and then defeated Edmond Memorial last week. A bit of a tussle for a while, but then they were able to pull away with a 29-8 win, and here we are. Two teams that are very familiar with one another. Grant, a couple of years ago, it was Bixby and Owasso. Here on this very field did not fare well for the Owasso Rams as Bixby took control early. That was an Owasso team that really had just about fired all the bullets in his weapon. Cole Adams had been knocked out of that game. We came in on the feet of Mason Willingham and did all they could, but just kind of ran out of gas there at the end. Not the case here tonight. The Rams come in with a very formidable offense, defense, special teams. This game could have a much different ending to it, we hope. They met earlier in the season, and it was Owasso at home with a 40-21 victory, but you got to expect both teams have improved over the season. Your thoughts here tonight coming into the game?
Well, you're exactly right. The Rams just coming off on all cylinders. You've got an offense that's high-powered with a great offensive line. You've got 3 outstanding running backs, a few 2 to 3 to 4 really great, capable receivers. And then not only that, we're not one dynamically being offensively. We've got a great defense. It's the defensive line that's playing great, the linebacking core, the secondary. It's just a true all-around team. and it's totally different than what we looked at a few years ago.
Yeah.
And really, it would almost be disappointing to say that if it didn't happen this way tonight, but the Rams really look good in a matchup versus the Spartans this evening.
Yeah, we look at what Owasso has done. Coming in undefeated, they actually won their last state championship undefeated back in 2019, looking to do that again here this evening, trying to capture their 4th gold ball in football, 1974, 2017, and 2019. So we'll see how it goes here tonight. We thank you for joining us here in the Duralast Roofing Specialist pregame show. Voted best roofing company 4 years in a row by the Tulsa World and Tulsa people. Go with Zach Harbaugh and Duralast Roofing Specialist for all your roofing needs. And as we mentioned, the kickoff conditions, it's about 49 degrees outside. It's really good, comfortable football weather. You're going to need a hoodie, a coat, or a blanket to sit out in this, but players should enjoy it thoroughly. A bit of a breeze, as we mentioned. It looked like it was coming out of the south, but this field sits down in a bit of a bowl, so it kind of bounces off the Sports Performance Center in the north end zone. That's our Owasso Auto Spa kickoff conditions. Owasso Auto Spa is Owasso's premier full-service car wash and detailing center, providing top-quality automotive care since 2003. Owasso Auto Spa, proud supporters of Owasso Athletics. And Grant, I will defer to you for our next segment, the Pathway Church Pathway to Victory. I know you and I have had plenty of time to talk about what Owasso needs to do to be successful here tonight as we travel 2 hours out of the 918 into the 405 here in Edmond. Your Pathway Church to Victory here this evening.
Yeah, I really do believe offensively for the Rams tonight. I mean, it's just old school football. And it's hard as an offensive coordinator to not take the easy things, and you always want to do these 40-yard, 50-yard pass plays that look better and sexier down the field. But right now, we've got one of the best offensive lines in the state, and we have a 3-headed monster in the backfield with Jason Mall and Jaden Hall and Chris Ferris. And I expect a big game tonight out of the running game for Owasso, and especially out of Jason Mall. Here in college football, the field we're playing on tonight, the hashes are going to be very narrow, and I expect us to be able to stretch the field better with Mall, and I think that will contribute to him. And then on the defensive side of the ball, just discipline. This Ram team has grown up so much. Bixby Spartans over the years, we know we're going to see the eye candy. We're going to see 7 guys shift pregame.
Yeah.
We're going to see just be disciplined. These guys for Owasso have grown up so much. Don't get distracted. Stick to your assignments. Make tackles. And I think we're going to be successful this evening.
That's our Pathway Church to Victory. Pathway Church focuses on discipleship and spiritual growth through community involvement and loving humanity. Visit Pathway Church every Sunday at 10 a.m. at First Bank of Owasso. And now it's time for our Jersey Mike's uniform report. The Bixby Spartans, they're the home team here this evening. They're going to be in their blue jerseys with white numerals and white pants and their blue helmets. And the Rams coming out on the field, and they'll be in their road white jerseys, numbers in red, and red pants here tonight with the double stripes and the traditional Ram helmet with the white horns. That's your Jersey Mike's uniform report, brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs in Owasso. To be the best, you've got to eat the best. That's Mike's way. Visit Jersey Mike's in Owasso, proud supporters of Ram football. Beautiful setting here this evening as we see each team having their video highlights on this gorgeous video board here in Edmond. And Grant, you look across the field, the Rams are the visitors, but they've got a great group, a great contingency of fans here this evening. That's got to give them credit to come down here for this championship game.
Yeah, as proud as I am to be, part of the live stream and the radio and things we do here, I always really believe, as being a former player here, that stuff matters in games like this, and we have shown up. I'm looking down here, and Bixby's got a good crowd. I'm not knocking that, but we are almost looking what could be twice as big as Bixby's crowd, and I am thankful for the Owasso community for making it out here as people continue to pour in.
Now the Bixby Ball Club will come out onto the field. And we are just a few moments away from the opening kickoff. Grant, some final thoughts here before we get this one kicked off. This ought to be a dandy here tonight. As we mentioned, the Rams won in the first week of the season. That Battle of the Burbs back in Owasso, and the Rams able to win that one 40-21. Didn't seem like it was that close at the time, but the Rams pulled away in the second half for that victory. But you've always got to be cautious of a Lorne Montgomery football team. A lot of changes in the Tulsa County area in coaching, but Antonio Graham, in his first year taking over for the legend Bill Blankenship, has guided this Owasso Ram ball club, he and his staff, to an undefeated season. Doesn't get any more exciting than that for the Owasso fans.
Yeah, I mean, we've just had some great football teams at Owasso over the years, and we've had some great coaches. I don't know if I've ever, and I mean this, and you guys can come test me if you guys are former players, but this is a total offensive team, defensive team with one of the best staffs I've ever seen put together, with a great fan base, and I am extremely excited tonight to take on the Spartans, because what more could you ask for than if you could take down Jinx twice and Bixby twice to get to a state championship undefeated season? That there couldn't be any better path you could ask for. To beat the best, to be the best, you got to beat the best. So we're excited here.
So here we are in our Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth. From check engine light diagnostics to full engine repair services, go see Ray Adcock and his team at Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso. Appreciate you joining us here for our Duralast Roofing Specialists pregame show, as we are just a few moments away from kickoff. I don't have a gauge yet on which end zone the Rams will defend. Still waiting for the referees to give us the signal that it's time to get this going. We've been ready all week. I'm sure Bixby's been ready all week. Now we're going to get to find out who's going to be the 2024 Class 6A state champion. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. And the Rams will defend the north goal. Bixby will receive the opening kickoff. Going back deep will be Braden Presley. That may be a name that's familiar with many people, the Presley family. Very good athletes that have gone on to the college level. OSU, University of Tulsa. Noah Hill's going to tee it up for the Owasso Rams. And we are just about ready for the opening kickoff, as Hill will boot a high onside over to the left, and a fair catch is called. The ball fumbled. Ball's on the ground. There's a scramble on the side, and I believe the Rams came up with it. Let's see. Looking for the call from the referee. They're going to peel people off the pile. Still waiting for a signal. Bixby seems to think they get to keep the football. Referees are talking, and they're going to give it to Bixby. And some excitement right off the opening kickoff.
Boy, I tell you,
that would have been a game changer on the very first play.
Big mistake by the Spartans there. The kick was heading out of bounds. You should really just let that go. Just reaches a hand out, bats the ball, stops it in bounds, and it looked like the Rams were on the football. May have lost that in the bottom of the pile. But you're right, great way to start this game.
So Carson Kirby will come out for the Spartans. They like to have a lot of motion going on around them. He'll bring a man in motion right to left, two receivers to the left, fakes the handoff. Kirby's going to try to run out to the right side. He's going to be tackled for a loss on the play. Maul comes in and makes the tackle. No gain. Let's see if they mark it at the original line of scrimmage. That's where it will be placed, at the Spartan 30-yard line. 2nd and 10 on the play. Jalen Maul coming in from that left side. Now a bunch formation. They'll try to keep it up the middle. It's Parker. He gets about 4 yards on the play, and he's going to be tackled. Not much room there. Takari Johnson on the outside.
Yeah, you're right. It looked like Tariq Johnson and Maul got in there again.
Bixby likes to run tempo. They're going to go fast. 3rd and 5 from the 35 of Bixby. Kirby back in the pass, tries to hit the slot receiver. A good defensive play by Carter Langendorfer. Knocks the ball away. It's going to be a 3 and out here for this Ram defense right here at the beginning. Hang on. And making sure there were no flags on the play. There are none, and so Bixby will be forced to punt. Back deep for the Rams is Noah Hill. The punter is Nathan Gonzalez. He'll punt from his 25-yard line. He'll immediately calls for a fair catch at the Ram 25-yard line, and so now the Ram offense will come out onto the field, and they'll start with 10:52 to go here in this first quarter. No score in our contest. Drew Frankenfield will be the quarterback. There'll be a rotation at running back between Jaden Hall, Jason Mall, and Chris Safaris. Wide receivers will be Takari Bethel and Julius Wilson, along with Noah Hill and Kason Hodges. Handoff to Mall, breaks some room, and gets about 3 yards on the play, trying to go up the middle. And that's where the bread and butter is, Grant, is this Ram offensive line. Blake Cherry, the left tackle at 6'6", 300 pounds. Blake Novotny, the left guard at 6'4", 275. Ethan Sumner, the center, 6 foot, 260. Baron Brooks, the right guard, 6'4" and 290. Riker Half, the right tackle, 6'6" and 305. Man in motion. Hall takes the carry to the left side. Got room up the middle. He's to the 50, to the 40, the 30. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Owasso Rams. And just like that, they score the first score of the game.
And that's exactly what we talked about. You talked about the bread and butter, this offensive line, this three-headed monster in the backfield. And Hall makes a great cut upfield with great blocking down, and he is gone. A huge start for this Ram offensive and Ram defensive team.
Now the Rams will line up for the extra point attempt. Jackson Duffield will be the snapper. He just signed with Oklahoma State University this week. Kason Hodges will hold, and Noah Hill with the extra point attempt. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good with 10-12 to go here in the first quarter of the Class 6A state championship. It's Owasso 7, Bixby 0. This is Ram football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey, Tulsa, Coach Bill Blankenship here. Just like on the football field, car accidents can hit you hard. And when that happens, you need a team you can trust. Tulsa Accident Care Center has the best playbook for your recovery. With licensed physicians and personalized treatment plans, they'll help you get back in the game faster and with no out-of-pocket cost to you. So when life tackles you with an auto accident, call Tulsa Accident Care Center, where your recovery is our victory.
Call 918-888-8080 or visit TulsaAccidentCare.com today.
Some restrictions apply. Call for details.
As Owasso's hometown community bank, First Bank of Owasso is a proud supporter of the Owasso Rams. Nearly 30% of its employees are Owasso High School alumni, and they are ready to serve you and your banking needs. First Bank of Owasso is in Owasso, for Owasso, and has been since 1962. First Bank of Owasso, member FDIC.
Another high onside, which is fielded at the Bixby 30-yard line, where the Spartans will take over 1st and 10. As we welcome you back into the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth. That scoring drive took 2 plays, covered 75 yards, and it was a 72-yard touchdown run by Jaden Hall. Extra point is good, and the Rams lead 7-0. That is your State Farm agent Casey Miller scoring drive. For surprisingly great rates on home, auto, and life insurance, visit State Farm agent Casey Miller in Owasso. Kirby back out with his offense. Lines up in the pistol. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 5 on the play. Tackle made there by Hudson Hodges. Also had some help from Ashton Smith. They'll go fast. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Fake the handoff up the middle. Kirby tries to keep it, and he's going to run into some white shirts. Might have gotten a couple of yards. Still trying to churn. He's up near the 40. I didn't think he was going to get much yardage on that, but he got behind his big offensive line and continued to run forward. And that's going to be enough for a Spartan first down at their own 41-yard line. Bixby ground out over 200 yards against Edmond Memorial in their win last week. Fake the handoff. Kirby rolls out to the right, looking back to the left. Now he's under pressure, and he's going to be tackled. Maul again on that left side. Great containment, great discipline. He wasn't fooled by any motion, and it's going to be a big loss on the play of 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 12. Now Parker will move in at quarterback. They typically like to run him. They'll bring the back out of the outfield. They'll run Parker out to the right side, and he's going to bounce forward for about 5 yards. Give him 6 as he's up to the Bixby 45-yard line. And another opportunity here brings up 3rd and 6 on the play. Kirby with an empty backfield. 4 receivers to the left in a diamond formation. He looks right, looks back to the right, tries to run upfield. He's going to have enough for the first down as he runs into Ram territory down to the Owasso 46-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They'll line up quick again. 2 receivers to the left. Kirby takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to his left, going long down the field. Got a receiver in front, just over his extended hands. Trying to get the ball out in front. That was Blake Hogshuter. And he's a problem at receiver. He just signed with the University of Houston this week, and that ball just over his fingertips. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Empty backfield. Again, 2 players in motion, 2 receivers right. Now they'll bring a receiver right to left, fake the handoff, and then toss the ball up to Presley behind him. He's got some room. Langendorfer comes up and makes the tackle. That'll get inside the Owasso 40-yard line down to the 39, brings up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, just a simple jet sweep there. Fakes the first pitch, passes it to Presley, and he's able to get about 7 or 8 yards.
Now a little sugar huddle. They're going to come out quick. Parker. And now we're going to have a timeout by the Owasso Rams. 7:48 to go here in the first quarter. It's Owasso 7, Bixby 0. Spartans trying to drive. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Ram football on 100.1 KYF.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Rambo's idea for mandatory hugs seemed like a good idea.
Welcome to First Bank of Owasso. I'm glad you're here.
Some employees are huggers. Some would rather keep their distance.
Welcome to First Bank of Owasso. Hey, give me just a second. I'm not doing this. I don't want to hug people. I don't like it. It's icky. It's weird. It's gross.
Middle and stuffed. He got stuffed by 5 Rams. Levi Gastelum on the pile. Tariq Johnson, Carter Langendorfer. And now it's going to be 4th and 1. This may be an area where Coach Montgomery leaves his offense out on the field. It's kind of that territory we talk about it. Too far for a field goal, but too short for a punt.
Yeah, and Coach Montgomery's a lot like Lane Kiffin in the college world. If he gets a chance to go for it on 4th down, he's a big analytical guy. He's definitely going for this.
Clock is running, 7:15 here in the first quarter. Now Parker is going to come up right behind the center and come out, and then they snap it back to Parker. Excuse me, he's tackled in the backfield. He didn't get there. Hudson Hodges came off the edge and was able to tackle Parker, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. The Ram defense has held.
Well, and a huge thing we haven't talked about is this Bixby has been a monster for decades, and when you get Bixby behind, and if Owasso can take this drive and put it down in the end zone again, to watch Bixby battle from behind is a position as a Ram player you would love to see Bixby be.
Ram offense comes back out on the field. 7:02 to go here in this first quarter. Handoff up the middle, got some room again. It's Hall trying to break away. He's going to break away for a first down. It's Chris Zafaris on the carry. They switched me up. He said he had somebody he could run over tonight. He wasn't kidding me.
Well, and we've seen exactly what we talked about with this Ram offense. I mean, you just be right now, as an offensive coordinator, do you even think about throwing the football the way Rams are moving the football offensively with the run game?
Now Hall in the backfield to the left of Frankenfield. Maul comes out as receiver. He's going to come in motion right to left. He gets the pitch, trying to get to the outside, cuts back inside, and he's going to be tossed for a loss. That's going to be a loss of about 8 yards back to the Owasso. Well, they're going to give him the 46-yard line as forward progress.
That's one of those things you talk about. It's very difficult when the run game's working on inside zone all game long, and then you get a little cute with the jet sweep, things like that. Just stick it back up the middle, and let's get back after these Spartan defense.
Second down. 16. Two receivers out to the left. It's Julius Wilson and Noah Hill. Frankenfield tried to keep the ball, but he was met immediately in the backfield. That was Parker that shot in on the tackle, and so the Rams are going to look at a 3rd and long. So let's see what offensive coordinator Zach Simmons chooses to do here.
It was great down on the field before the game to see Tay Bethel running around. Looks good this evening, so he could be a threat as well.
Noah Hill here to the near side. He'll go in motion right to left. Now he'll cut upfield. Frankenfield in the pocket. Passes it underneath, and the ball is intercepted. It bounced off the hands of the intended receiver.
That's Emery
Snyder. And coming up the pick was Emery Snyder, so the first turnover of the game on the tip pass.
Well, and how unfortunate, too. Just a pretty bang-bang play that Snyder just happens to be in the right place. I can't believe he was able to come down with the football that quick, just off a very batted pass. But, again, when you think the Rams have all the momentum going forward, here comes a big play by that Spartan defense.
So the Ram defense back out on the field. Kirby, the quarterback, looks over to the right, quick throw, finds a slant. The ball was tipped up, but no Rams able to make the interception that time. Off the hands of the intended receiver, Carter Langendorfer probably had the best opportunity for the interception. As we have an opportunity here to look at the replay. 2nd and 10, empty backfield. Now the 4 receivers on the left, 3 move to the right. 1 comes back. That's Cord Nolan, the sniffer on the left tackle. Man in motion, in and back out. Here comes Kirby. He's going to try to cut back up inside, runs into a wall. Great defense that time.
It's a great job of Ashton Smith shooting a gap, making the quarterback cut up field right into a little bit of a host of Ram defense.
Satterwhite and Johnson in on the tackle as well, so that'll force Bixby in a 3rd and long at the Owasso 39-yard line. Again, probably 4-down territory for the Spartans. 3 receivers out to the right. Parker, quick throw out to the right, and it's almost intercepted. The ball was overthrown to the head of the receiver, and B.B. Brown almost had a pick 6 to go the other way. Very dangerous pass. The ball did not get out very quickly, and Brown read that beautifully.
Boy, and I'm sorry, I'm so amped over here. This is electric for a state championship game.
Bixby on a 4th and 8. They're going to go for it. All their motion, 2 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Kirby, the quarterback. Watch for a quarterback draw. He's back in the pocket. He's going to try to cut up inside, and that was a mistake as the Ram defense. Hudson Hodges again. Taj Overton in the middle, and another 4th down hold for this Ram defense.
And this is exactly what we talked about before the game. This is just a different Ram team. There is no aspect of this team that really has a great part of weakness, as in years past where we've had strengths. But, wow, what another great turnover on downs and a good hold by the Ram defense here on 4th down.
So the Rams will come out 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Quick handoff to Maul, going off the left side. Got some room there. The ball's on the ground, but I think the Rams came up with it.
Rams are on it.
A great job. There was a Spartan in the area.
And that's Riker Half that falls on the football.
Yes. So a break there. The ball rolled forward for about another 4 yards, and that becomes an advantage for Owasso. Second and 1. Handoff to Hall, up the middle, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage, and then his big offensive line gets behind him. They push him inside the 40. They're still going down to the 37-yard line. Grant, it looks like he was going to be stifled at the line of scrimmage, maybe even short of the 1st down. And that Ram offensive line pushed him literally inside the Bixby 40-yard line. That's the First Bank of Owasso 1st and 10.
That's that classic scrum you always mention, and you're right. And you see the crowd get involved after seeing something like that, too.
Handoff to Zafaris out to the left, cuts back to the inside. Turned a loss of 1 into a gain of maybe 1.
That's a great job of Zafaris. He actually is about 3 yards in the backfield, stiff arms and cuts back to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe you're right, just a short gain, but at least not a loss.
2nd and 9. 1 receiver to the left. Cooper Auschwitz, the receiver, here to the right. They'll bring Noah Hill in motion and then hand off to Maul up the middle. He tries to go off the left side and pushes forward inside the 35-yard line. Nice gain on the play to bring up a 3rd and manageable. They'll spot the ball at the 34-yard line. So call it 3rd and 5. Now Hall, the running back, to the right of Frankenfield. Coach Simmons changes the play call. Plenty of time on the play clock. Handoff to Hall. He's caught in the backfield, still trying to work forward. We're going to have a flag on the play. Grant, it looked like there may have been a face mask in the interior on that tackle. So let's see if the Rams don't get advantage. This will give Owasso a 1st down, and that's it. Hall was running up the middle, and I saw his head just turn quickly to the left. And so that'll give Owasso enough yardage for a First Bank of Owasso 1st down.
Yeah, it just trickles the Rams down inside the red zone now, about the 19.5-yard line of here, the Spartans. And like to see us draw something up and punch this in.
2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Rams lead 7-0. Looking at 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Zafaris. No, it's a throw over the middle. Sudbeck wide open. The tight end is always open, and Sudbeck gets the touchdown reception from Drew Frankenfield. Nobody was in the vicinity covering the tight end. And the Rams extend their lead 13-0.
And a great tight end pop there. Just a hot route by the tight end running the streak down the hash. But what's amazing about that is Bixby has used that against us over the years multiple times and has nobody in the area to cover Sudbeck.
Noah Hill with the extra point kick. It is up, and it's true. And the Rams with 1:51 to go here in the first quarter in the Class 6A state championship lead the Bixby Spartans 14-0. This is Ram football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Now let's talk about Tackle Tuesday. I think it's a good idea. If you're not being productive, if you're not being fun, you get tackled.
Hey, Sarah, I asked for these reports at 2 o'clock. It is now 2:03.
But don't worry, Rambo would never tackle a guest.
Well, break time's over. Time to go serve some customers.
I'll come over there when I'm good and ready.
Hey, Owasso, Coach Graham here. You know these guys are big Ram fans. Before you take another Ram road trip, make sure your car is ready to go with a visit to your local family-owned Robinson Tires. From new tires to oil changes and so much more, the Robinson family has you covered. Visit them at 8431 Owasso Expressway or find one of their 14 locations across the Tulsa Metro.
Noah Hill with a high onside. It's caught down about the 30-yard line, trying to return up the Owasso sideline, and finally corralled at the 37-yard line is the Bixby Spartan returner. That last scoring drive, 5 plays, covered 57 yards in 2 minutes and 37 seconds. It was a 19-yard touchdown pass from Drew Frankenfield to Colton Sudbeck, and the Rams now lead 14-0. That's your State Farm agent Casey Miller scoring drive, as Bixby will come out 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 1:45 to go here in this first quarter. Kirby takes the snap, looks quick over to his right, and the catch is made, but so is the tackle. A great job out there by Maul as Emery Snyder, who is 6'2", 200 pounds, tackled by Maul.
That's my boy Maul at 5'8", 170. The guy has grown up throughout the season. He's fun to watch.
Gain of 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 6. Now an empty backfield. They bring the runner back, fake the handoff, and throw it out to Cord Nolan, and he's going to be tackled, but not after a gain of about 5 on the play. I believe he's going to be short of the first down marker. And they're going to say no, he got just enough, as they spot the ball at the Bixby 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Spartans.
That's a pretty generous. Oh, they're moving the chains back, calling
that's
it third
what I
down.
thought
Yeah, you're
for
right.
a moment. So
you're right. They signaled for it. Calling for a measurement, perhaps.
Well, I'm not sure how you can accurately do that after the chains have been moved.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 3rd and short. 3rd and very short, maybe half of a yard. Now they're going to send Parker back into the game, but they leave Kirby in as well. Parker lines up to the right of Kirby, 2 quarterbacks. They hand off to Parker up the middle, and he is going to have enough for the first down, but not by much. Great job by the interior defense. Again, Johnson and Hodges in on the tackle, along with Levi Gastelum. But boy, right now it's really a grind for this Bixby offense to try to get yardage. They line up quickly, and they go long over on the far side, and the catch is made by Presley. I mean, Grant, they went so fast, I'm not sure everybody was set.
Well, and they're right with the Presley matchup there. I mean, Presley's 6 foot, going against Maul at that 5'7" we talked about.
Catch is made down at the 15-yard line, so this is the deepest penetration of the game by Bixby. They're going to have to wait on the chains to get down the field to get set, so a fortunate break. Nope, they're going to let them go. Quick throw out to the right side. Catch is made, cutting back up in the inside, and finally tackled near the 12-yard line.
Boy, and you make a good point there. The chains are not even set before the ball is snapped.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 at the Owasso 13-yard line. And that is the end of the first quarter as Owasso leads in this 6A state championship 14-0 over the Bixby Spartans. Come back for second quarter action. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Is there anything else I can do for you today?
What's that red button?
Nothing. Don't. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I touch it?
Don't touch the button.
Oh, why can't I touch it?
Don't touch.
I'm going to touch it.
No, do not touch that button.
I'm joking. Of course. No, I'm not. the 27th time today.
Communication Federal? Oh, it grows like a weed. You see, performance checking at CFCU pays 5% APY, which makes your money grow fast. And there's no fees, no minimum balance, and you get a free debit card. So how about you make like a tree and leave your bank and switch to performance checking, only from Communication Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. See compedcu.org for details, subject to credit union approval, federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast Booth. Steve Mowry alongside Grant Mowry here this evening as Owasso leading here in this championship 14-0, but Bixby knocking at the door. Second and 8 from the Owasso 13-yard line. Kirby in the pistol. Single back to his right. That's Carroll. Quick throw out to the left. It's a wide receiver string. Tries to cut up inside and near the 5-yard line. And that'll be enough inside the 5 for a Bixby first down. So they bring a man in motion right to left and make it look like a wide receiver screen, if you will, with two receivers out to the left, and they throw to the man in motion. First and goal to go. They line up quickly. It's a tight formation. Fake the handoff. Parker tries to run up the middle and gets down near the 3, possibly 2-yard line. Taj Overton. Johnson again in on the tackle. Rams got a bow up down here near the goal line. Now Parker in the pistol. Takes the snap, runs to the right, and he's tackled for a moment in the backfield, but he's able to fall into the end zone for the Bixby touchdown.
Yeah, Bixby just does a good job of going so fast, trying to get that defensive line set, and it kind of gasses those guys on the front line.
So 11:08 to go here in this second quarter as Bixby gets their first score of the ball game. Now on for the extra point attempt. Bradley Towell. The snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good with 11:08. Now here at the beginning of this second quarter, it's Owasso 14, Bixby 7. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Owasso, your favorite coffee spot, just got even better. Brew Coffee House has opened a brand new location at 96th and Garnett. Come in and enjoy our handcrafted lattes, fresh pastries, and cozy atmosphere, now in a more convenient spot. And don't forget to join the Brew Club. Get exclusive deals, early access to new flavors, and more. It's the perfect way to make your brew experience even sweeter. Visit us today at Brew Coffee House, now at 96th and Garnett. Sip, savor, and stay a while.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast Booth. 11:08 to go here in this second quarter, brought to you by Nothing Bundt Cakes. Celebrate the sweet taste of victory with a bunt load of flavor at Nothing Bundt Cakes, located in the Smith Farm Marketplace in Owasso. Rams lead 14-7 as Bixby was able to complete an 8-play, 63-yard drive, 2 minutes, 37 seconds. Parker with the 2-yard touchdown run, and that cuts into the Ram lead 14-7. Rams back deep to receive this kickoff. And it's going to be a short onside. Fair catch called, and right at the Owasso 39-yard line. Good job by Drew Hogan to reel that in.
Yeah, a little bit of a scary moment there, a little confusion there. Front line kind of backs up into the second grove.
Yeah.
You're really not supposed to back up, but
wasn't a deep
very
shallow.
shallow.
So the Rams are going to get good starting field position. The ball right at the Owasso 40-yard line.
You're right, and you've watched Bixby start to move inside the interior of this defense here and try to stack the box to commit to this run stoppage.
Handoff up the middle, breaks to the outside as Ferris tries to stiff arm a player, but a great tackle from the Bixby defense. Brooks Dixon.
Well, and I really like what Owasso did to establish that run game on those first couple of drives, but I think you're going to see Owasso have to start throwing the football just to spread out the interior defense of this Spartan team.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10. 2 receivers out to the right, Noah Hill and Tay Bethel in the game. Frankenfield in the pocket, rolls to his left, a flag in the backfield, and then he'll throw it out of bounds, but that's in the vicinity of holding. So let's see what the indication on this penalty is. Again, Grant, those are the kind of mistakes that put you in situations that are hard to overcome. It'll be a hold against the Rams.
Well, and you're right. At least this year we've got such a high-powered offense, but like we talked about, I think you're going to see the Rams start to getting into this passing game, develop that a little bit as well. It's still early going here in the second quarter with 10 minutes and 26 seconds left.
So 2nd and 20 as that backs the ball up to the Owasso 30-yard line. Frankenfield in the pocket, good protection, throws it out to the right side and throws it out of bounds as Noah Hill is unable to bring that in. It would have been a really nice gain of 14 on the play, but now that'll bring up 3rd down. And let's see what Owasso chooses to do here. Again, you got a 7-point lead. You don't need to press anything here.
No, I mean, that was your down to get some ground back. Right now, you're not trying to go get 20 yards in 1 down. You'll probably see Owasso just try to advance the football and then switch the field with the punt team, especially with that wind behind them right now.
Incomplete pass stops the clock at 10:19. 3 receivers out to the right. And now the referee stops play. And now they re-engage. Maul, the running back to the right, takes the handoff, tries to cut up the middle, got a little bit of room near the 40-yard line, still going across the 40 to the 42, but it would have been a 1st down, but that penalty had the Rams backed up so far.
Yeah, good pickup of about 12 yards there.
And that'll bring up 4th down, and Coach Graham will send his punting unit out on the field.
And I think this is a great call by Coach Graham and a great opportunity to flip this field and give Bixby a long field to go against what the way the Ram defense has been playing. By the way, we didn't talk about this, but it's very important. These drives that the Ram defense is making Bixby have, they have several skilled players going both ways.
Yeah. Braden Presley will line up at his own 20-yard line. Noah Hill with the snap. Gets the punt off. This one's not going to be very good as it hits at the Bixby 45-yard line.
Well, and Rams trying to do that little bit of ruggy run out and maybe give him a chance, but that's really costly there as the punt goes for about a net 14 yards.
So that'll give Bixby good field position. They trail by 7. Coming off that last drive.
Huge break there for the Spartans.
Bixby at their own 45-yard line. Carson Kirby comes back out in the shotgun or in the pistol. 3 receivers to the right, now a man in motion. Kirby looks left, he's caught in the backfield, he's going to be sacked.
Ashton
Smith on the tackle.
Great dial up by Coach Washington on a great blitz by Ashton Smith, and he fires right in.
Loss of 4 on the play, backs the Spartans up to their own 41-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 14. But you're right, Grant. Smith shot the gap perfectly to make the tackle. Now a lot of motion by the Spartans. It ends up with Parker behind Kirby. 3 receivers to the right. Fake the handoff to Parker. Throw out quickly here to the right side and then tackled just short of the 50-yard line. It's Cole Campbell on the tackle. Dylan Jones with the reception.
Boy, Cole Campbell comes a long way. Makes a great tackle just to stop the Spartans for just a pickup of about 6 or 7, but only still 3rd and 6.
Kirby in the pocket, quick throw out to the near side, and the tackle is missed and then made by Riker Ogg. But right now, Grant, the defense seems to be on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, you're feeling, I mean, the way that Spartan offense moves so quickly, you've got to get set and find your man.
Empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Now they'll look over to the sideline, get the signal called in. People moving everywhere. B.J. Jones at the running back. Another quick throw out to the right, and the catch is not made this time by Snyder. May have tried to turn upfield too quickly. So the incomplete pass stops the clock with 8 minutes. 14-7 Rams lead. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Owasso 36-yard line. Kirby brings Carroll in motion, fakes the handoff, tries to follow him, tries to cut inside. Taj Overton had a tackle for a moment, but Kirby's able to break free, get inside the 35, down to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. Taj Overton does a great job of at least stopping the momentum there.
Reese Satterwhite in the tackle as well. So 3rd and 8, a big down here for the Rams, probably 4-down territory for Bixby. Rams showing blitz. Kirby. Here come the Rams. He gets it out quickly over the middle. It's Presley. Breaks to the inside. Rams trying to strip the ball from him before Hudson Hodges makes the tackle. But that'll be enough for a 1st and 10 at the Owasso 20-yard line. Grant, right now it's just the quick outs and letting the receivers do the blocking.
Yeah, just a little bit of a rough tackling job, too, by the Ram defense. Not bad, but you just got to get him down that first hit.
Now Parker comes in at quarterback, fakes the handoff, runs up the middle. He's got some room as he's down near or inside the 15-yard line. And so the momentum has shifted over to the Spartan side as Owasso started quickly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You just need a big play by your Ram defense here to get the Owasso crowd back involved and these Spartans on their heels.
2nd and 5. Parker, the quarterback, empty backfield, brings a man in motion, gives the ball to Presley, trying to get to the outside, cuts back inside, and he's finally taken down. Hudson Hodges in on the tackle again. Helped out there by Ben Duggins.
Going to be 1st and goal for the Spartans.
Right at the 10-yard line. Parker with the snap. Runs to the left, back to the right. Again, another nice 5-yard gain inside the 5-yard line.
And you're starting to see those 3 and outs by that Ram offense start to add up as the defense is a little tired right now.
6:12 to go here before halftime, and now we've got a timeout on the field. 6:11 here in the second quarter. It's Owasso 14, Bixby 7. This is Ram football on 100.1 KYFM.
We're fired up for football season because that means it's time for touchdown toss at Jim Glover Dodge. Dad, tell them the deals.
That's right. Throw for your tag and tax and buy with 0 down and make no payments until next year. Drive away in a brand new Wrangler for as low as $479 a month. Or take up to $10,000 off MSRP of 2023 Gladiators during Jeep Adventure Days.
Okay, team. Best price on 3. 1, 2, 3. Best price!
And you get to throw for your tag and tax. Only at Jim Glover Dodge.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth. This second quarter brought to you by Nothing Bundt Cakes. Celebrate the sweet taste of victory with a bunt load of flavor at Nothing Bundt Cakes, located in the Smith Farm Marketplace in Owasso. Owasso jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but Bixby has responded with a touchdown, now driving for a tying score of their own. Grant, the Ram defense is going to have to try to make some kind of stop as Bixby has begun to find their rhythm.
Yeah, a lot of it goes back to that Noah Hill punt for about 14 yards when you had an opportunity to flip the field. But you're right, a Ram stop here would be critical. Need the Rams to get an offensive drive going as well to wear these skill players down that go both ways for Bixby.
Carson Kirby back at quarterback. 4 receivers to the right. Now they bring them all in motion. One receiver goes all the way out to the left. 2 right behind the left tackle. Now Kirby brings another man in motion, fakes the toss, and Kirby tries to cut up inside, and he'll get into the end zone for another Bixby score.
Yeah, I thought Owasso was actually mismatched out on there on the left side as we didn't quite shift and bump over. But then Kirby just runs right back here to the near side. Pretty easy walk in for a score for the Spartans.
Extra point attempt pending as Bixby looks to tie up this ball game. Tao will line it up. Snap is back and the hold is down. His kick just sneaks through. And with 6:06 to go here in this first half, we're tied at 14. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Discover the path to pain-free living at Restoration Chiropractic. Doctors Bryce and Allie Colt are Owasso graduates dedicated to restoring your body's balance and vitality. Their neurologically based care is non-invasive and designed to target aches and discomfort. New patients receive a complete consultation with neurological evaluation, any necessary x-rays, a doctor's report, and care recommendations for just $60. Call 918-212-0084. Restoration Chiropractic, proud supporters of Owasso Athletics.
In the past 7 years, First Bank of Owasso has invested over $400,000 in Owasso Public Schools. This includes funds for athletic and academic teams, classroom materials, and support for our teachers. Discover the First Bank of Owasso difference by visiting one of their 3 convenient Owasso locations or by visiting firstbank.net. First Bank of Owasso, member FDIC.
6:06 to go here in this first half. We're tied at 14.
Got to be careful here.
10 play, 55-yard drive, and a 5-yard touchdown run by Kirby has tied this up at 14. Another high onside. That'll be caught back at the 30-yard line by Cole Campbell, where the Rams will start 1st and 10 just inside their own 30-yard line. Plenty of time to get a score. But, Grant, maybe just go back to that running between the tackles that they were so successful on earlier. Again, that tight end over the top was wide open.
Yeah, and it's hard to get a holding call on your offensive line if you're running the football. So I don't want Owasso to get scared and be shy away from the passing game as we have threats like Tay Bethel, Julius Wilson, and Noah Hill. Guys we haven't seen to get involved yet.
2 receivers out to the right. They'll hand it off to Hall up the middle, and he just got tackled by Parker. Gain of about 3 on the play as he nearly broke free once again. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Rams letting this clock run down as they run over to get the play.
Like to see the Rams just slow the game down, get this back to Owasso football. Get a drive going here. We saw it do it before the half last week.
Tate Bethel and Noah Hill, the receivers, over on the right side. Frankenfield hands the ball off to Hall, trying to get to the outside, and there's just nothing there right now as Bixby's going to stack the box.
And
that was Zafaris on the carry.
And that's that hard part. You think on 2nd down, you know you want to run the ball in 2nd and 7, but you just can't do it all game. It's been pretty effective to start. Good start. Going to have to see Owasso spread the football around a little. Nothing cute, just some simple offense, slants and outs.
So 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Frankenfield under pressure. Here come the Spartans. Throws it over the middle, got an open receiver, and it's caught down to the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Noah Hill, and just like that, the Rams strike back.
Well, obviously Noah Hill got lucky number 7 back. His jersey finally made the ride down the turnpike, and he comes up with a big play just when we needed it for this Ram offense.
What a beautiful pass by Drew Frankenfield. Laid it over the top right for Noah Hill. Nobody there in front of him, and he had clear sailing all the way to the end zone. Now he'll have to regroup for the extra point. Duffield with the snap back. Hodges with the hold. The kick is up. And it's good, and the Rams strike back in front by 7, 21-14 on the long touchdown pass from Frankenfield to Hill. We'll take a quick timeout, come back. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hello, Tulsa. Hey. Shields All Sports Store is opening October 19th at the Woodland Hills Mall. Join us in the parking lot for the grand opening party at 7 a.m. with doors officially opening at 9:30. Step inside to the ultimate retail experience. Shop your favorite brands, meet our Shields experts, and enjoy entertainment like a Ferris wheel or Fuzzy-Wig's Candy Factory. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for you. Join us for Shields' grand opening on October 19th.
Welcome back here to Chad Richardson Stadium on the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma, where the Rams strike big on the 67-yard touchdown pass. Drew Frankenfield to Noah Hill. 3 plays in a minute and 20 seconds, and the Rams back on top, 21-14. 4:46 to go here in this second quarter. The high onside, I say that, it's down near the 10-yard line. And finally tackled inside the 20. A good job by the kickoff cover team. And that's going to be a long field for this Bixby Spartan group.
And I love what I'm seeing here, too. It's what you love in state championship football is just even there on the kickoff. You've got Coach Washington drawing up just a random pattern of how they lined up. It's kind of like a 4 bunch on each side with some guys in the interior. And as the return team, who do you pick? Who's your guy? It's kind of confusing. And a good job getting downfield and making the tackle inside the 20.
Well, Grant, we've seen Bixby grind out a couple of drives here. This Ram defense has got to stiffen up and get a stop. As you mentioned earlier, they'll get the ball to start the second half. A stop here, possible score, get the ball again. This could be an opportunity for Owasso if this defense can get a stop. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single back to the left. Handoff up the middle and wrapped up immediately. A gain of 2 on the play. Levi Gastelum on the tackle. Taj Overton there again with Johnson. Short gain brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, that's the difficult part of Noah Hill's great touchdown, which will take 7 every time. But it's a quick score for the Ram offense, and this defense is a little bit gassed right now, so we need them to tighten up.
2 receivers to the right. Kirby takes the snap, fakes the handoff, quick throw out to the near side, and just over the outstretched hands of the intended receiver. Good defense by the Rams. Corey Foreman, the intended receiver, but again,
great pressure by the defensive line, which causes just a hair of an errant throw, a little high, a little behind the intended receiver. And here we are on 3rd and long.
Here's the down we're looking for.
And this is not 4th down territory.
2 receivers to each side. Now they'll bring a man in motion left to right. Fake the handoff. Kirby back in the pocket. He's under pressure. Flushed out to the right side. Looking downfield and finds a wide open receiver. It's Presley down the sideline, and he's finally going to be tackled. We're going to have a face mask by Cole Campbell, and that's going to move the Spartans deeper into Ram territory. Kirby was able to extend the play. It looked like the Rams had him corralled, and he broke free to the right side and then found Presley wide open here on the near side.
Yeah, and what was
that's
great coverage.
Huge gain on the play.
What was great coverage is Presley just does the classic scramble drill, finds open grass, and Kirby able to find him.
So all of a sudden, from the Bixby 20, the Spartans line up at the Ram 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Kirby calls a man in motion, fakes the handoff, tosses it to the second man. It's Presley again. He cuts up inside, and Johnson tried to knock the ball loose, was not successful, and Presley able to fight his way down to the 14-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4. The Spartans again in some funky formation. Now they go back to a bunch. Parker runs to his left. just continues to push the pile down inside the 10-yard line. And Grant, right now, the Rams just don't have an answer for that push up front.
No, it's just, and it's really just not even a huge, like we're losing the line of scrimmage, just a good job of Parker finding a hole. They're just going man on man here.
Parker with the snap, runs to his left, cuts back up inside, and stopped near the 4-yard line.
Ball carrier number 12, Cooper Parker.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal. 2:24 on the clock. The Rams struck quickly, and they lead 21-14. But once again, Bixby has responded off the big pass play. Kirby back in at quarterback. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle and into the end zone is Parker for the Bixby touchdown.
Well, and so there's still 2 minutes, 4 seconds left here in the game, so a great chance for the Rams to respond here before half, with the Rams getting the second half getting the ball to open the second half. So unfortunate there, but it's still plenty of time on the board.
Yeah. Towell would come back on for the extra point attempt. Try to tie this game up once again. High snap, but the hold is down, and the kick is good. 2:04 to go here before halftime. It's 21-21, Rams and Spartans. This is Owasso football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey, Tulsa, Coach Bill Blankenship here. Just like on the football field, car accidents can hit you hard. And when that happens, you need a team you can trust. Tulsa Accident Care Center has the best playbook for your recovery. With licensed physicians and personalized treatment plans, they'll help you get back in the game faster and with no out-of-pocket cost to you. So when life tackles you with an auto accident, call Tulsa Accident Care Center, where your recovery is our victory.
Call 918-888-8080 or visit TulsaAccidentCare.com today.
Some restrictions apply. Call for details.
Welcome back here in the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth as Bixby has responded once again. That's our second tie here in this first half. Owasso still with 2 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. So plenty of time for the Rams to be able to respond with a drive. See what the Spartans choose to do here on the kickoff. And it's going to be a high onside here to the near side. Cole Campbell will call for a fair catch once again, where the Rams will begin 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Well, and you're starting to see kind of what we've been mentioning throughout the game, too. Just the Ram defense has not had a chance to truly get off the field, whether it's a big drive by the Spartans or even a quick score by the Ram offense. We just need to establish a drive here, which I say that. There's 2 minutes to go, so you got to run that 2-minute offense.
Frankenfield with Hall to his right. Now they'll bring Maul in motion. Fake the handoff to Maul and then throw it out of bounds. They were trying to run double patterns up the center of the field, but you had 2 receivers for the most part in the same area.
Yeah,
so
Cooper Auschwitz was running a flag route towards the sideline, pretty wide open, but Frankenfield unable to get his feet underneath him with the pressure behind him.
So the incomplete pass stops the clock at 1:58. 2nd and 10. Now the Rams break the huddle. 2 receivers out to the right side. Auschwitz and Noah Hill in the slot. Frankenfield in the pocket looking downfield. He's got plenty of time. Rolls out to his right. Still plenty of time. Now he decides to take off, but it's too late, and he's going to be tackled for no gain. No open receivers downfield, and nobody underneath to be able to get the ball to.
Yeah, and I appreciate his patience just trying to find an open receiver. But he did have some grass, as you mentioned, in front of him. But he takes off just too late and picks up 1 yard on the play.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 from the Owasso 32-yard line in what appears to be an obvious passing down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here comes pressure. Frankenfield has to roll out to his right, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And the Rams will have to punt the football, and the clock stopped at 1:10 to go.
Yeah, nothing doing there, but if you're Frankenfield, that's your sophomore, and he's been our team leader all year. You just got to slide down inbounds there and keep the clock running, at least force Bixby to use one of their timeouts.
So Noah Hill will come out to punt back deep for Bixby. Braden Presley, he'll set up at the Bixby 30-yard line. Need a good punt this time from Hill. This one is much better. Down the middle of the field, the Rams get a good roll. It's going to continue to roll inside the 20-yard line. And it'll be spotted dead at the Bixby 15-yard line. So a great punt and a roll to finish for Noah Hill. 55 seconds here before halftime.
Yeah, you'd love to see that punt out of Noah last time. You'd like to see the Rams at least run a play there to run the clock or at least use a timeout for Bixby. So 55 seconds, a long field, but 3 timeouts here for the Spartans. This could be an interesting last minute. As we've talked about, this Ram defense, they're on their heels.
So 1st and 10, Bixby at their own 15-yard line. Empty backfield as 4 receivers to the right. Bixby is short a player as they'll bring him on late. He'll line up as a receiver to the left. Quick wide receiver screen here to the near side, and a great job by Carter Langendorfer, who read it all the way, and Presley's going to be knocked down for a loss at the Bixby 6-yard line. Now they're going to bring it back up to the 10. That's generous. He caught the ball behind the 10-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Bixby going quickly. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kirby in the pistol. Quick throw out here to the near side. He lost the football and had to fall on it at the 1-yard line. Grant, as he started to throw, the ball just fell out nearly into the end zone.
Well, it kind of looks like when I'm playing football with my nephew and I want to deke him behind him, I just fake it behind me and toss it backwards, and that's exactly what it looked like.
And now Bixby will take their first time out. So we'll keep it right here for a moment. Grant, your thoughts about what we need to do here in this final 20 seconds?
Well, I just don't see anything happening. Obviously, we probably just keep everything in front of you. I don't think Bixby's going to try to do anything fancy, go in at half, content from being down, coming back from 14-0, tied 21-21. Really just need to get in the locker room as the Ram team, get this defense some water, get them under their legs under them, and then come back out the second half as we receive the ball. Just right now, no points. Keep it all in front.
And something to think of here, Bixby likes to line up in the pistol. Will they bring Parker back in and go under center as the ball is just outside the goal line at the 1-yard line? That was actually Owasso that took the timeout. Bixby has all 3 timeouts remaining. So the Rams probably thinking they might even be able to get some pressure on the quarterback. Question is, well, they're going to bring Parker in at quarterback now with a running back behind him. Parker is in the end zone. They're trying to use cadence to get the Rams to jump off sides. They do not. Now they move people around. Parker with a running back to his left. Now he brings a man in motion. Parker's going to run, and he runs to the left side and gets some room out near the 7, almost 8-yard line. So that may be enough for both teams to consider this good enough to go in at halftime, and that's where we are in this Class 6A state championship between 2 of the Titans from Tulsa County. It's Owasso 21, Bixby 21. Stay tuned for our halftime show brought to you by Twisted Tea. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
When it comes to beverages, everyone has different tastes, but we can all agree that the best flavor is one that's free. QT is your drink HQ and the place to win free drinks. Just order anything through the QT app and you'll have the chance to instantly win a free drink. You can cool down with a crisp can of free. Fill your cup to the brim with free and smell the fresh brewed aroma of free. So savor the sweet taste of free. Just make any purchase in the QT app for the chance to win a free drink. QT, more than a gas station.
On a big storm night, we call those priority one.
All hands on deck.
This is a tornado.
You start planning 24, 48 hours in advance.
Debris hitting it. Travis is going to be leading.
You need to be taking cover. Alan Crow looking at individual storms.
Station's going to be driving the radar.
The best technology and the best teams to keep you safe.
They're all coming together to give us the best information possible.
The locally owned station invests more in you. Travis, Allen, and Station, the Oklahoma weather experts. Only on Oklahoma's own News on 6.
There's a reason Duralast Roofing Specialist has been voted Best Roofing Company for 4 years in a row by the Tulsa World and Tulsa people. With top-of-the-line service, the highest quality materials, and expertise at getting your claim paid properly. Go with Zach Harbaugh and Duralast Roofing Specialists. Call today at 918-906-7800. Again, that's 918-906-7800.
Hello, Ram fans. This is Ray Adcock with Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso, and we are proud supporters of Owasso Rams Athletics. If you've kept your ticket stub from any home sporting event, you'll notice the backside of that is $20 off for any service at Christian Brothers. That's right. Oil change, alignment, diagnostic, repair, doesn't matter. And if you'll check in on Facebook when you're in the building, that's another $20 off. We're talking $40 off for any service. Come see us at Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso.
We're back with the Owasso Sports Network, where we're joined now by the medical director of Tulsa Accident Care Center, Dr. Stephen Nussbaum. Dr. Nussbaum, thanks for taking the time to be with us today.
Thanks for having me, Jared. Appreciate it.
Tulsa Accident Care Center, Dr. Nussbaum, is a unique organization in the world of healthcare. So can you tell us a little bit about it and what makes it so unique?
Yeah, we provide a broad variety of services for people that have been injured in an auto accident. One of the challenges for people that have been injured is that the financial dynamics are hard. People that have been injured, the financial responsibility for their health care lands on the other driver and their auto insurance. And most healthcare providers don't want to participate in what's called third-party billing. And so, but we're fine with that. We love taking care of people. And once we can verify that they have another driver and responsible for their health care, we can handle that dynamic, and we're glad to do it.
Now, the hope, obviously, is that everyone stays safe on the roads, but the reality is there's car accidents that happen every day in Tulsa County. When someone is involved in an accident, what are the first steps they need to take in terms of seeking medical care?
Well, a lot of times if EMS is called to the accident, they're going to evaluate all the people involved, and they're going to transport to the emergency room people that need to be seen there. And a lot of patients decline that transportation. They don't feel like they're that banged up, and they just choose to go home. And then usually it's 24 to 48 hours later that they really feel pretty banged up. And that's when it gets challenging for them to get in and see their primary care doc or an urgent care facility, because once again, they don't want to participate in the third.
Right. Now, another thing that makes Tulsa Accident Care Center so unique is the variety of providers and services that you can provide on site.
Yeah, we always have one or two providers here, a physician, a physician's assistant, or a nurse practitioner. And somebody's going to be able to see you and evaluate you very completely when you come in. At the end, we have the ability to evaluate your injuries completely as well. We have on-site X-ray, CAT scan, MRI. We have treatment, what we call physiotherapy. We also have a physical therapy department. We can pretty much take you from initial evaluation all the way to full recovery in one location. You don't end up driving all over town to get your information.
And what's cool about that too, you have concussion specialists on staff as well. So, if your head got banged up in an accident, that's a specialty that you can treat as well.
Yeah, and most people don't realize that you don't have to bang your head against a window to get a concussion. It takes a lot of less severe trauma to actually produce concussion symptoms, and we are really thorough about evaluating that and treating it as well.
And some exciting things happening this fall. with Tulsa Accident Care Center as well. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Tulsa's fairly spread out, and people from some of the more rural areas or suburbs of Tulsa don't necessarily want to drive to one specific location. If we can offer services in Owasso or Broken Arrow, for example, that really is more convenient for a lot of our patients. And we are opening locations in Broken Arrow and Owasso this month. And we're excited that we can offer more convenient access to the same quality of care in some of the areas that are going to be closer for our patients.
Yeah, more convenience. That's going to be really nice for those patients. And I would be remiss without mentioning, Dr. Nussbaum, that the parent company of Tulsa Accident Care Center, Craft Health, just named as one of Fortune's top 10 small and medium healthcare organizations in America. That's a tremendous honor, not only for Tulsa Accident Care Center, but the entire organization as a whole.
That's correct. And we're really proud of the quality of care we provide and just the culture of the business itself. I think when people come in to see us, they can tell that we're different.
Well, I know we're thrilled to have you in Owasso. It'll be a tremendous resource for those living here in town, the outskirts of Tulsa County and beyond. So what's the best way folks can learn more about Tulsa Accident Care Center, and how can they get in touch if they need care after a vehicle accident?
Well, we're on the web. You can find us at tulsaaccidentcarecenter.com. You can also call anytime you just need to talk to somebody and get information at 918-888-8080. And we take walk-ins. If something happens and you just want to show up on any given day, we will see you. We are going to make it work so we can get you taken care of.
Well, Dr. Nussbaum, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the second half of football.
Go Rams.
That's Dr. Stephen Nussbaum, Medical Director at Tulsa Accident Care Center. More to come here at halftime on the Owasso Sports Network.
I started Folds of Honor above my garage 13 years ago because 90% of spouses and children of killed or disabled U.S. service members receive no federal education assistance. Our mission has never wavered. We honor their sacrifices by educating their legacy.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thanks to you, I will be a construction engineer.
An elementary school teacher. Thank you for helping me fulfill my dream of going to med school.
We're able to award these scholarships because patriots like you refuse to turn your back on the cost of freedom. Join the Folds of Honor Squadron today. Your $13 a month will help ensure we never turn military families away. This is your call to duty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thanks to people like you, I know my dad is not forgotten.
Hello, Ram Nation. It's Coach Graham. Owasso football strives for excellence on and off the field, and our partners at Jim Go to Auto Family have the same commitment too. That's why they're Oklahoma's highest rated Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram dealer. Their unwavering dedication to always offer the largest selections at Oklahoma best prices is unmatched. Plus, their standards of excellence in customer service after the sale is the best of the best. When you need a vehicle, head to Jim Glover and tell him Coach Graham sent you.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Welcome back into the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth, where we are here at halftime. Owasso 21, Bixby 21, here in this Class 6A1 state championship. As we look over these halftime numbers during our Twisted Tea halftime show, it's getting cooler outside, but it's always sunny and 75 at Twisted Tea Golf, featuring 6 state-of-the-art TrackMan bays and more than 300 iconic courses from around the world. Visit Twisted Tea Golf in Owasso. Looking at the first half numbers, first downs for the Rams, 5 in that first half, 11 for the Spartans, who have really put together a ground game here earlier. Owasso has 119 yards on the ground on 15 carries. Bixby has 89 yards rushing. Passing game, 86 yards for Owasso, as Drew Frankenfield is 2 of 5 with 1 interception. Bixby 10 of 16, no interceptions. Total yards in the first half, Owasso with 205, Bixby with 221 yards. The one turnover was that interception. It was a tipped pass into the hands of the Bixby defender, and penalties, just 2 on Owasso for 25 yards, 1 against Bixby. Time of possession is a little lopsided, as Bixby has held the football for 14 minutes and 40 seconds. Owasso 9 minutes and 20 seconds. The Rams are 1 of 4 on third down and have not gone for any fourth downs yet. Bixby is 5 of 9 on third downs. Grant, there's your number in trying to get the Rams off of the field and get the offense back on, but they have held Bixby for 0 for 4 on fourth down. Looking at the individual numbers, it's Parker with 14 carries for 53 yards and the 2 touchdowns. Presley has 3 carries for 19 yards. Kirby has 9 carries for 17 yards, and Carl has 1 carry for 2 yards. Kirby through the air, 10 of 16 for 132 yards. His main receiver has been Presley, who has 89 yards on 4 catches. Snyder and Nolan, along with DeHart, 1 catch each, and then Wright with 3 catches for 19 yards. On the other side, what looked was going to be a very promising offensive performance by Owasso. It was Hall with just 2 carries for 75 yards, and of course he had that big long touchdown run on the opening drive for his touchdown. Maul has 6 carries for 32 yards. Zavaris 4 carries for 15 yards, and Drew Frankenfield under pressure 3 carries for a -3 yards. And as we mentioned, Drew's only attempted 5 passes in the game, completed 2 with the interception, but the long touchdown pass to Noah Hill gives him 2 in the game, as Hill and Colton Sudbeck got in the action there in the first quarter with 1 reception, the 19-yard touchdown reception, and then Noah Hill with the long 67-yard catch for the 1 TD. But, Grant, you look over these numbers and you see a couple of things that jump out to us. Time of possession, it does feel like the defense has been out on the field a long time. Bixby has had the ball almost 6 minutes longer than Owasso has. Owasso has had quick strike ability with a couple of big plays in the game, and then Bixby 5 of 9 on third down. So a couple of things there that you'd like to shore up. And the 1 turnover in the game, the 1 interception by Bixby. The Rams, hopefully, you and I have talked about this a lot. It seems like when Bixby plays Jinx or Norman, there's 3 or 4 turnovers in the game, but man, against us, it always seems like it's hard for Owasso to get a turnover, and that may be key in the second half. The Rams do come out and get the second half kickoff to start possession, but looking at those numbers, some of your thoughts is what the Rams need to do, and maybe that'll lead us into our second half adjustment, sponsored by Restoration Chiropractic.
Yeah, I'd say one of the biggest things here is we talk about, which you never want to take points away, and you love big plays by your team, but we've talked about it specifically in this game, is the Spartans have 4 or 5 guys going both ways, and you love these points, but Owasso has really yet to put together a drive, one of those dominating, like last week before half, the 18-play drive going into the halftime. One of those drives that can also wear down their defense, and at the same time, when those guys go back on offense, have to do something as well. But you really would love to see Owasso come out. And you're right, these numbers are weird because of the big plays as well. You really like to see Owasso come out and have a more balanced, a little bit of throw. I'd like to see Tay Bethel, like to see Noah Hill get a little more involved. But he had the big play, don't get me wrong. But those guys help kind of spread that. You can really see Bixby has committed to the run game. And I'd like to see Owasso get a little bit to the pass game. I'm not talking shots. Just spread the ball around sideline to sideline to open up that box to let the run game be a little bit more developmental. So I'd say here in the second half, my biggest adjustment would just be called establish a drive. Let's go put some plays together. Let's wear down their Bixby defense, give our defense a break, and go down the field and get points, and also eat a little clock when we're doing it.
And in that first half, we saw Owasso go to primarily just a single back running back. We haven't really seen that diamond formation in the backfield. I don't know that this would be successful, but part of the Owasso resume has been to run the jet sweep. Maybe that's a way to get Noah Hill involved, although the other side of that coin is Bixby seems to be very good at contain on the perimeter, so I don't know how successful would that be. But you and I talked about how that diamond back formation, where you've got a running back to the left and to the right and behind the quarterback, then that gives you some options and maybe better opportunities. The other side of the fact of that is Bixby is a very good tackling team, and sometimes it's hard to isolate them. It's kind of a chess match here going into the second half.
Yeah, and I like the swing pass idea of even getting Noah Hill involved. What I don't like is the sideline-to-sideline swing pass where you're throwing the ball almost 35, 40 yards to the sideline, giving that Spartan defense enough time to adjust. Because you like to get the ball quickly to Noah Hill, let him put that heel in the ground, cut, make him, let him use his athleticism a little bit. But overall, I mean, still good. Not disappointed by any means. Just I feel just tired with the defense after watching the Spartans and you and I just even trying to call a football game. I mean, the Spartans move so fast but by the time you've finished making a call, the next play is beginning before you can even announce a formation, and that's basically what our defense is dealing with too. How can you adjust that fast? It's hard to get lined up correctly, and maybe that's where we start too in the second half. Line up correctly on defense, and we just need a little bit something to establish to wear these guys down just a little bit. And I'm excited in the second half to see what comes out of this halftime. I feel like these coaches sometimes. I guess I was thinking that in the first half too. As fast as Bixby goes, sometimes as coaches, I'm sure it's easy to get away from your game plan because you're react rather than get back on the offensive side, even if I mean that defensively. So anyway, just doing a great job. Bixby's done a great job of just keeping us on our heels, and we'll see what happens here in the second half.
I think a lot of people wondered, too, if Owasso would have any hangover from that Jinx game last week that went to triple overtime. But they came out fast and started fast, so you didn't feel that at first. And I don't even intend to make it sound like it felt like that at all here in the first half. So, I mean, that's a good sign for Owasso. But certainly both coaching staffs are inside trying to make these halftime adjustments.
Well, and one thing that makes me a little nervous with this Ram team is it is a different Ram team than we've had the last several years. And these guys, they've won games that have felt like they've lost. And what I don't want them to do is go in halftime thinking, what the heck, we were up 14-0. It feels like Bixby's really kicking our tails right now.
Yeah.
And hopefully, and I love our coaching staff, and hopefully they're doing a great job going, hey, we're in a good spot. You guys go out in the second half, kick their tails, and hopefully we're against these teams that have had people that play 3 or 4 guys on both sides of the ball. We've typically worn them out in the second half. So hopefully we can see a little bit of that out of the Rams on both sides of football.
That's our Twisted Tea halftime show and second half adjustment sponsored by Restoration Chiropractic. Go see Owasso grads Allie and Bryce Colt because they know what it takes to be a champion. They are at Restoration Chiropractic in the Tie-In Plaza, as we are here at Chad Richardson Stadium on the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma, and teams getting ready to come back out onto the field. We'll take our final 2-minute halftime timeout. It's Owasso 21, Bixby 21, here on your Owasso Sports Network.
years in a row by the Tulsa World and Tulsa people. With top-of-the-line service, the highest quality materials, and expertise at getting your claim paid properly. Go with Zach Harbaugh and Duralast Roofing Specialists. Call today at 918-906-7800. Again, that's 918-906-7800.
Hey, Owasso, Coach Graham here. You know these guys are big Ram fans. Before you take another Ram road trip, make sure your car is ready to go with a visit to your local family-owned Robinson Tires. From new tires to oil changes and so much more, the Robinson family has you covered. Visit them at 8431 Owasso Expressway or find one of their 14 locations across the Tulsa Metro.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth as teams come back out onto the field and getting stretched. Christian Brothers Automotive, from check engine light diagnostics to full engine repair services. Go see Ray Adcock and his team at Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso. Appreciate you joining us here this evening for the final football game of the season in this 6A state championship. I'm Steve Mowry alongside Grant Mowry and Rob Williams crunching the numbers for us. Try to get the Rams going here, Grant, as they start the second half. And as I say that, they put 3 more minutes up on the board. I know that we got basketball season coming up starting pretty soon. Be sure and check Owasso Athletics. Coach Montanati and got his team rolling down in Dallas, I believe it was. And I saw the bracket for the Tournament of Champions over Christmas break, and that's going to be a dandy down at the BOK. And that is a fun time. You get teams from Class B and A and the big teams playing one another, some very good basketball. So over Christmas break, might want to take a chance to slip down to the BOK and spend some time. Great crowd here on hand here this evening. Grant, you've mentioned it a couple of times off the air that the visitor side is almost full. And a great showing by Ram fans coming down the turnpike here for this contest here this evening.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of our community for coming out. This is probably the biggest Ram crowd we've had all year long, even at a home game. And just kind of hoping for a early big play here by the Rams, either offensively, defensively, get that crowd involved. And you saw kind of Owasso having pretty steady go with momentum there in the first quarter, but since then it's basically been all Bixby with momentum. And in high school football, that means an awful lot.
Some other changes that have taken significance here in Tulsa County. How about the coaching changes that have happened within the last month, as Josh Blankenship has resigned at Broken Arrow, Kirk Frederick has resigned at Union, and then Keith Riggs, Owasso great, has resigned at Jinx, and Adam Gaylor is the new head coach there. But things I wouldn't have thought at the beginning of the season that we would be talking about right now would have been the coaching vacancies or changes being made at those 3 schools all at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because I did have an opportunity to talk to our Owasso coaching staff today, and so I just want to assure anybody that has a vacancy at head coaching here in the Tulsa area that none of our coaches are interested at all. They've assured me that they have zero interest. Yep. So please do not waste your time plucking away at our staff because they have zero interest.
Won't work. They love it being here in Owasso, and they all said they want to stay. So I'm glad you were able to clear that up for all of our listeners. Well, the Rams will get ready to field the second half kickoff. This third quarter is sponsored by Eagle Window Tint. Eagle Window Tint in the 5th Avenue Business Complex offers 10% off for all military and first responders, and all tents have a lifetime warranty only at Eagle Window Tint. So the Rams will receive this second half kickoff. They're going to line up at the north end zone, and they'll be going left to right on your radio dial. So far, Bixby and Owasso, for the most part, have kicked the high onside kicks.
I always caution this when I see the football pointing straight up in a momentum game like this. Just looks like the Rams are prepared for an onside, as they should be.
Tight formation on this kickoff. Tao will kick it deep. This one's going to go back and out of the end zone, so the Rams will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So Drew Frankenfield will bring his offense back out on the field. In case you missed it, the Rams jumped out quickly, 14-0, but Bixby responded. And then the Rams got the big touchdown pass from Drew Frankenfield to Noah Hill. And then Bixby had another drive to put us in this position here, tied at 21, as we are getting ready to start the third quarter. Frankenfield in the pistol, 2 receivers to the left. Handoff to Hall, tries to find some room off left tackle, gets about 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Hall on the carry. Tay Bethel checks back into the game for the Rams. Maul, the running back, lines up to the left of Frankenfield. Bethel and Hill, the receivers, here on the near side. Hand off to Maul, got some room on that left side as they try to push him forward near the 28-yard line.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1, a big down here as we talk about the Rams needing to establish a drive early. Just need 1 yard to move the chains.
So 3rd and 1, ball actually at the 29-yard line. Hall, the running back, sets up to the left of the quarterback. He'll take the handoff, run off left side, and he's going to get there as he's going to be stopped short. Grant, it looked like he had room up the middle, but tried to bounce out to the outside.
Boy, this is a huge call for Coach Graham, as it looks like the ball needs to go about 8 inches.
Yeah, it's less than half of a yard. And this is a big call here as he leaves his offense out on the field. Maul, the running back. Frankenfield in the pistol. He takes the snap, hands it to Maul, and he's across for the first down. That is a big play for this Ram offense to convert that 4th down in your own territory, needing to get to the 30-yard line. That's a first make of Owasso, 1st and 10 at the 33.
Well, and that's the aggressive calling we've seen from Coach Graham and his offense all season long, and a big gain for Owasso.
Now 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hall, the running back. They bring Sud back in motion. Now back out. Frankenfield rose to his right. He's looking downfield for Noah Hill, and Noah Hill got grabbed and held and
I can't blame the defender, because that is an absolute touchdown as Noah Hill is running past number 14, Tyler Wright, for the Spartan defense, and he makes probably a touchdown-saving penalty.
So that'll give the Rams another first down as the officials mark the ball at the Owasso 48-yard line. 9:53 to go here in the third quarter. Tied at 21. Rams trying to establish a drive. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Hall, the running back, takes the handoff, runs up the middle, finds a little bit of a crease, and gets across the 50 into Bixby territory. At the Spartan 49-yard line. Gain of 3 on the plate brings up 2nd and 7. Rams trying to establish a drive, take some time off the clock, and hopefully take the lead. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Maul gets the handoff, tries to cut back up inside, but there's 4 blue shirts in the vicinity. He may have gotten 1 yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Rams.
So, this is going to be a huge 3rd down, obviously. Seeing Owasso kind of get back into that game plan, just slowing the game down, as Bixby always tries to make you speed the game up.
So a big 3rd down here for the Rams. They'll send 3 receivers to the right. Frankenfield in the pocket. It's a screen over the left side. Hall with the catch, and he's going to be marked just shy. I thought he got it, but they're going to say he did not. He's going to be a yard shy. It's going to be 4th and 1, and you got to think that Coach Graham's going to go for it here.
Well, absolutely, but I'm with you. Boy, that is a tough spot as Hall runs out basically by his own will. Pretty tough spot.
So a big down here for both clubs, the defense and the offense. Maul will line up to the right of Frankenfield. Spartan stacking the box. Here's the snap. The handoff to Maul. He bursts inside. He's across the 40. He nearly broke free, but the Spartans tackle him, but not before he was able to get the first down. So the Rams convert 2 4th downs on this drive so far. That's huge for Owasso.
Well, and you said it, and that's the key term is a drive. This is exactly what a drive is defined by, and just keep moving those chains.
1st and 10 Rams at the Spartan 39-yard line. Frankenfield hands off to Maul, going out to the left, tries to get outside, but is forced out of bounds. Again, Bixby does such a good job of maintaining contain on the outside till they get help from the inside. He'll gain 1 yard on the play, brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, just Jaden Hall just doing a good job running downhill, just trying to pick up those yardage as we see Maul come in the game as well. There's that diamond formation we talked about.
Yeah, two running backs to each side of Frankenfield. He'll take the snap, hand off to Hall over the right side, got some room, crashes down inside the 35-yard line near the 33, and that'll bring up a 3rd and manageable, call it 4. But again, you've got to account for all 3 running backs. That's the first time we've seen that formation here in this ball game. They'll line up in the same formation with a single receiver out to the left. That's Julius Wilson. Frankenfield hands off to Hall again. Got some room on the right side. Tries to get to the outside to the 30, 25. Pushed out of bounds just near the 20-yard line. That time able to get outside and get extra yardage. Good enough for a First Bank of Owasso first down.
Yeah, you're starting to see that the trickeration, I guess you'll call it, with the diamond formation, all 3 running backs we talked about, and the big offensive line of the Rams just starting to lean a little bit on the Spartan defensive line.
So now 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Single back. Frankenfield, quick throw out to Tay Bethel. He tries to cut back up inside, but that collapses quickly as the tackle is made there by Nathan Hobbs. Maybe even a loss on the play. Brings up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Noah Hill trying to get a block out there for Tay Bethel. Just loses his footing a little bit and kind of gets pushed back into Tay Bethel's run path.
2nd and 11. 6:30 to go. Frankenfield throws over the middle again, and the ball's intercepted. Coming the other way and tackled at the 20-yard line. Forced that pass in, and Tyler Wright comes up with the pick.
Well, and that's just so devastating because Owasso has a great drive established, and just kind of how you talk about it, you're moving the ball, and you just get a little too cute and try to do these things, and a sophomore quarterback forces the ball, and Tyler Wright does a great job getting the read there and an easy interception, and momentum back on Bixby sideline.
So the Spartans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line after the Rams took off nearly 5.5 minutes, over 5.5 minutes in this 3rd quarter. Parker runs to the left, and he's going to be wrapped up, and it looked like he was going to be wrapped up, but he fought out of the tackle of Johnson and was able to bounce to the 25-yard line for a gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, I thought Ashton Smith did a good job hitting him in the backfield. Tyreek Johnson puts a good pop on him, but still nobody's wrapping up and taking him to the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 6. 3 receivers to the right. 1 lone back behind Kirby. Fakes the handoff. Quick throw on the slant, and the ball bounces through the hands of Wright. And again, the Rams almost had a chance off the tip pass to get the turnover and the possession back. And that'll bring up a third down.
And this is a good get off the grass moment for the Ram defense.
Kirby with a quick throw here to the near side. The catch is made, and it's going to be good enough for a first down. And Grant, right now, they're just doing those dink and dunks to the outside, the quick slants. Nothing long, just the short pass and run after the catch. And the Ram defense unable to get the stop on third down as Bixby converts. 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Parker, he'll run off right tackle, try to get to the outside before he's brought down.
And I'm glad to see the Rams doing a full defensive line substitution here, as it just feels like we don't have energy going here on the defensive side of the football.
Ben Duggan's in the game, Colson Allen, Alex Newbold. 2nd and 6. Kirby with the snap. Fakes the handoff, runs out to the right, gets some room, and finally hit, but not after a gain of 4. A load of Ram players on the tackle. Hudson Hodges along with Allen. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. So the Rams here with an opportunity. They'll bring Parker in the game. He's the bigger quarterback, very physical and runs. Bunch formation at the line of scrimmage. Parker takes the snap. He'll run to the left, and he'll be across the 45 for a first down.
Well, and Bixby does such a good job of, we've talked about it several times, just take what they're giving you and don't go away from it. Don't get too cute, and just keep moving the football.
They line up quickly as they bring Kirby back in at quarterback in the pistol. 1st and 10. At their own 46-yard line. Kirby back in the pocket, throws out of the flat. Here to the near side. The back out of the backfield's got some run down to the 20. 10, 5, touchdown. Just a simple pass to the running back out of the backfield into the left flat. And it was open field the rest of the way for the running back, B.J. Jones.
Well, you just feel like the Rams just need a little bit of a rally right here as you're moving the football great to open the half and get down there with an easy forced football turnover. And now Bixby with a big play here on the offense, and now you find yourself down 6 points.
Now Tao will line up for the extra point attempt. Owasso took a lot of time off the clock and couldn't get the score, and Bixby off the interception able to come back, and they have taken their first lead of the game 28-21. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Looking for the ultimate adventure right here in Owasso? Look no further than Airtopia Adventure Park. Conquer the ninja course, tackle the high ropes, and test your agility in the vortex. There's something for everyone at Airtopia. Perfect for birthdays, team events, or a fun day out with family and friends. Join us at Airtopia Adventure Park, where every day is an adventure. Visit airtopiapark.com for more details. Airtopia, where the fun never stops. Located off 86th Street, across from Owasso High School.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth. Appreciate our third quarter sponsor, Eagle Window Tint. Located in the 5th Avenue Business Complex, they offer 10% off for all military and first responders, and all tents have a lifetime warranty. That's Eagle Window Tint in the 5th Avenue Business Complex. Well, Bixby able to take their first lead of the game, 28-21. And they'll line up to kick off. Here's where you got to watch for the onside, and they're going to kick it deep again. This one's going to go out of the end zone for the touchback, and the Rams will start over 1st and 10 once again at their own 20-yard line. Bixby able to convert that interception into points as they drive 80 yards in 7 plays, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. And it was the 54-yard touchdown pass from Kirby to B.J. Jones, but it was really about a 8-yard pass, and Jones took it rest of the way. Rams certainly got to respond here because they have not found a way to stop this Bixby offense as the handoff on the left side and then cutting back up the middle. That's a gain of about 5 on the play for Maul. They're going to give him 7. 2nd and 3. 3:34 to go here in this third quarter. As Owasso took about 5.5 minutes off the clock that first drive. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Another handoff, Hall up the middle, and he runs in to the linebacker. Short of the first down. He'll be marked down at the 29-yard line. So 3rd and 1. Rams send 3 receivers out to the right. Handoff up the middle. Maul breaks free. He's got some room, and he got tripped up just as he crossed the 35-yard line. He broke that initial wave, and there was no one left there but just a hand outstretched to trip him. But that'll be a first bank of Owasso, 1st and 10. But, Grant, I saw a lot of green, and I thought Maul might be able to chew that up.
Well, and you're right, as Maul's probably one of the, if not the fastest guy on the field right now. Just has an opportunity, but we'll take the first down, but a big play that would have really put some energy back in that Rams sideline.
1st and 10 Rams at their own 36-yard line. Handoff up the middle, it's Hall. And he gets 3 on the play. The offensive line still trying to push him and drag him forward. So bring up 2nd and 7. Grant, you feel like this Ram offensive line is beginning to lean on Bixby some. They just can't break that one big play. They had 2 big plays in the first half. Fake the handoff. Frankenfield looking to his right, now back to his left. Nobody's open. He tries to take off running, and he's going to be tackled for a loss.
That's one of those deals you just kind of need to throw it away and live to fight another down.
And that'll put the Rams back in a long down and distance, 3rd and 12, as they'll spot the ball back at the 34-yard line. So now Owasso sends 3 receivers out to the right. Maul, the running back. Frankenfield in the pocket. Looking downfield, finds an open receiver. It's Bethel. He makes the catch, takes a good hit, but hangs on to the football. And they're going to say move the chains. What a job by Tay Bethel going in there where the headhunters are, and he took a pretty good shot but held on to the football. That's a big conversion for the Rams at a critical junction of the ball game.
And that's why we call him Big Play Tay. I mean, right when you need him, that's when he shows up.
Under a minute to go here in this third quarter. Rams driving, ball at the Bixby 49-yard line. Man in motion. They hand it back off to Maul, going to the left. He's got some room, breaks to the 40. Got some room here to the near side. Down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Rams! Maul on the breakaway run, and just like that, the Rams are an extra point shy of tying this game back up.
Well, just when you need it. I mean, that's the guy. That's what we're talking about. He's been close all night long, and you talked about the Ram offensive line starting to lean, and he finds a gap and a big play at a big moment.
Now Noah Hill will line up for the extra point attempt. Snap is back, hold down, and the kick up. And it's good, and the Rams pull this game back to even 28-28 on the long touchdown run by Jason Maul. We'll take a 30-second timeout, come right back. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
There's a reason Duralast Roofing Specialist has been voted Best Roofing Company for 4 years in a row by the Tulsa World and Tulsa people. With top-of-the-line service, the highest quality materials, and expertise at getting your claim paid properly. Go with Zach Harbaugh and Duralast Roofing Specialist. Call today at 918-906-7800. Again, that's 918-906-7800.
Well, the Rams able to tie this game up. 7 plays and covering 80 yards. That took 3 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock. Jason Mall with a 49-yard touchdown run, and we are tied 28-28. Noah Hill will tee it up. And his kickoff is high onside over to the left side, fielded there at the 24, trying to cut back across the field, running all the way across with a couple of blockers, and then almost caught from behind, cuts back inside, and body's on the floor. I believe that's right on the return. And so Bixby, with 22 seconds left in this third quarter, will start 1st and 10.
Well, and a good job of the drive there. Like you said, 3 minutes, 21 seconds off the clock. Getting the Ram defense just a break there, get some water, and get these guys come out here to look at the iPads on the sideline, make a couple adjustments, and hopefully come out here and get a stop.
1st and 10, Bixby at their own 38-yard line. Kirby at quarterback. Quick throw out here to the near sideline. Good job by Maul to stifle the blocker in his way, and then Riker Ogg is able to come out and make the tackle. No gain on the play, maybe half of a yard. But Grant, you had that single receiver here on the near side trying to block Maul, who stifled him right at the line of scrimmage, and the receiver was unable to get up inside. We have finished 3 quarters of play in the Class 6A state championship, tied at 28. Come back for fourth quarter action. You're not going to want to miss this. This is Ram football on your Owasso Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
As Owasso's hometown community bank, First Bank of Owasso is a proud supporter of the Owasso Rams. Nearly 30% of its employees are Owasso High School alumni, and they are ready to serve you and your banking needs. First Bank of Owasso is in Owasso, for Owasso, and has been since 1962. First Bank of Owasso, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Owasso Sports Network here in the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Brew Coffee. Owasso, your favorite coffee spot, just got even better. Brew Coffee House has opened a brand new location at 96th Street and Garnett. Sip, savor, and stay a while. So Bixby, 2nd down and 10. They come out quickly. Parker fakes the handoff. No, he hands the ball off this time to Presley, who is wrapped up after a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a long 3rd and 8. They'll give him 3 yards, so 3rd and 7. And we're going to have an injured Owasso player on the field, as we'll have personnel. Looks like it's just a cramp, so we'll keep it right here for a moment. Grant, they did move it back. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for Bixby at their own 40-yard line. When you and I talked, the Rams have got to get a stop. They haven't gotten a turnover in the game yet, so got to make something happen here.
Well, and we've talked about Coach Montgomery and the aggressiveness that he has. You kind of need to see the Rams make this at least a 4th and 5 as you're kind of approaching that midfield territory that's kind of the give or go type area.
So Reese Satterwhite and Taj Overton are back up front for Owasso, along with Alex Newbold. Kirby in the pistol, quick throw out here to the near side, and the Rams have it covered well. What a shot by Maul on the tackle. Tyler Wright went down, and that is going to be a loss on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, also great job of Riker Ogg getting in there on pursuit with a good pop there at the end.
So let's see what the Rams do here as Bixby goes back in punt formation. Noah Hill will go back to receive the punt. It's going to be a fake going to the outside, and then the punt is up. And Noah Hill's just going to get away from the football, and Bixby's going to get a good punt and a good roll down to the Owasso 10-yard line. Gonzalez took off for a moment, and it looked like he was going to cut back up inside and then decided to punt. And unfortunately for Owasso, he got off a good punt with a good roll.
Well, I'm kind of with you. I mean, it looked like he had a little bit of grass there, just kind of wasn't sure if he wanted to commit to the run or not, but as it is, Ram football here at their own 10-yard line.
So 10:53 to go here in the 4th quarter. Rams 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Hall the running back, Noah Hill in motion. They'll hand the ball off to Hall. Tries to go left, cuts back up inside, gets maybe 2 on the play, and he'll be stopped. And they'll say he got 1 yard, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it's one of those deals you just want to see Hall sometimes just shove his nose up one of these big tackles' rear ends and run forward.
Get right through it.
Get out of the goal line here.
As you mentioned, sometimes that dancing side to side doesn't work out so well. Maul, the running back now, he'll get the handoff again, dancing around, and just not much room in there as he gets across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And that'll bring up a critical 3rd down here for the Rams. Presley in on the tackle as well. A lot of guys going offense and defense for Bixby. Now the Rams looking at a 3rd and 4 from their 16-yard line. Clock continues to roll, 9:42. 3 running backs in the diamond formation around Frankenfield. He takes the snap, hands the ball off to Hall, trying to get to the 30-yard line, and he got there. It's going to be a 1st down. Great running by Hall. Just like you said, just kind of stuck his nose in there and pushed forward. And so it'll be 1st and 10 Rams at their own 22.
Yeah, I was on the field before the game, saw Blake Cherry stretching down there before warm-ups, and I wouldn't mind running behind him, the big body he is. And as we talk about these guys that are they just wear on you.
Now man in motion. Hand off to Maul, tries to go to the right side, almost breaks free again. He's across the 25, near the 27. Snyder in on the tackle. Again, you feel like the Rams are just close to breaking another big run. Maul nearly did at that time. 2nd and 5. Maul still the running back. 2 receivers out to the right side. Maul takes the handoff, looking to run right, runs into some trouble there, and he's going to be stopped for a short gain, and that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 4 for Owasso. Things starting to tighten up here at Chad Richardson Stadium.
I mean, as it is, this is probably the biggest 3rd down of the game so far for the Ram offense.
Diamond formation. Auschwitz, the single receiver, out to the right. Hand off to Hall, trying to get to the outside. Nearly breaks free. Got caught by his shirt, but he's going to be far enough for a 1st down.
Well, and you and I really like this diamond formation, just kind of the what do you do? Who do you look at? Who do you cue on?
Yeah, you can't focus on one running back. You've got to watch all three, and that usually gives one of the backs room to run up the middle. 1st and 10 Rams at their own 34-yard line. They stay with the diamond running back formation. Hand off to Hall, cuts to the right, trying to get to the outside. He's tripped up near the 40-yard line. Again, Hall's got that long T-shirt on underneath that they're able to grab and pull him down by. It's been stretched out nearly to the ground 2 or 3 times.
It does appear that he took off his belt that usually dangles about 3 feet. That's easy to grab him from behind as well, so that's helpful.
Under 7 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 5. Maul running out to the right, trying to get to the outside, cuts back up inside, and he's going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage, so not much to gain on this play. That brings up 3rd down. Bixby trying to do a lot of substitution on their defensive line. Third and 5. Clock continues to roll. Ball spotted at the Owasso 39-yard line. Big 3rd down. Everybody stacked on the inside. Maul goes in motion to the right. Frankenfield back in the pocket, looking downfield. Got a lot of time, still looking downfield. Finally throws it underneath. The catch is made by Chris Zafaris inside Bixby territory to the 49-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
And a great catch by Zafaris. Just kind of a low throw by Frankenfield. Puts it right where he needs to. And Zafaris able to keep his feet in bounds, kind of leaning towards the sideline, moves the chains.
Yeah, used that baseball ability as well to do the basket catch underneath. 1st and 10 Rams at the 49. Hand off to Hall. Got some room up the middle over the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 5:28. Gain of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5. They move the ball back to the Bixby 44-yard line. Hall over on the right side, got some room to the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown Rams! Jaden Hall found daylight on the outside and was able to burst down the sideline into the end zone, and the Rams regain the lead.
And that is a great example of bend them until it breaks. Great job by the right side of the line and a good job by Jaden Hall finding that gap. An easy, good run for him down the sideline and a big, big score at a much-needed time with 5 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
And now I believe we have a timeout on the field as we have an injured Bixby Spartan player near midfield. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Owasso, your favorite coffee spot, just got even better. Brew Coffee House has opened a brand new location at 96th and Garnett. Come in and enjoy our handcrafted lattes, fresh pastries, and cozy atmosphere, now in a more convenient spot. And don't forget to join the Brew Club. Get exclusive deals, early access to new flavors, and more. It's the perfect way to make your brew experience even sweeter. Visit us today at Brew Coffee House, now at 96th and Garnett. Sip, savor, and stay a while.
Braden Presley was the injured Bixby player, but he's able to get up and jog off the field under his own power, as Noah Hill will line up for the extra point attempt. Jackson Duffield will snap back to Kaysen Hodges. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick with 5:03 to go here in this fourth quarter. Owasso back on top, 35-28. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey Tulsa, Coach Bill Blankenship here. Just like on the football field, car accidents can hit you hard. And when that happens, you need a team you can trust. Tulsa Accident Care Center has the best playbook for your recovery. With licensed physicians and personalized treatment plans, they'll help you get back in the game faster and with no out-of-pocket cost to you. So when life tackles you with an auto accident, call Tulsa Accident Care Center, where your recovery is our victory.
Call 918-888-8080 or visit TulsaAccidentCare.com today.
Some restrictions apply. Call for details.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast Booth. Steve Mowry alongside Grant Mowry. Rob Williams working feverishly on the numbers. Dave Waddell back in the studio as the Rams put together an 11-play, 90-yard drive. Took 5 minutes and 50 seconds, and it was Hall with a 44-yard touchdown run. And the Rams, after Noah's Hill extra point, is the Rams back in front, 35-28.
When you kind of get that feeling here, just a big stop by this Ram defense would be huge. The way that Owasso has been able to just run the football, convert those first downs, and run the clock, if we get a stop here, it could be very key to the game.
So let's see what Noah Hill chooses to do here on the kickoff. It'll be a high onside over to the far side. Ball was lost for a moment but picked up. And fortunate there once again. Bixby's dropped a couple of those. In fact, the first one was the opening kickoff. And they recover this fumble. And they'll begin 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. 5 minutes on the dot left in this ball game, or in regulation. So the Ram defense and the Ram crowd trying to get into this ball game. Back-to-back scores as Owasso ended the third quarter with a touchdown run by Maul, and then Hall with his touchdown run in the fourth quarter. The pitch to Cord Nolan. He's going to be forced into the backfield, escapes the tackle, but not the second one.
Riker
Ogg comes up and makes a great tackle. Bixby trying to use some misdirection that time. And I think we've got another player down on the field, this time for Owasso. So while they tend to him, we'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey, Owasso, Coach Graham here. You know these guys are big Ram fans. Before you take another Ram road trip, make sure your car is ready to go with a visit to your local family-owned Robertson Tires. From new tires to oil changes and so much more, the Robertson family has you covered. Visit them at 8431 Owasso Expressway or find one of their 14 locations across the Tulsa Metro.
Welcome back here to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast Booth as they continue to look at Taj Overton down on the field. 4:47 on the clock here in this fourth quarter. Rams lead 35-28. Owasso here in this second half has run 31 plays. Bixby 11. Grant, you can't draw it up any better than that. Time of possession, running clock, and a 7-point lead here in the state championship.
Well, and you think back to that opening drive here to start the third quarter. Owasso moving the football, doing a great job. And then just the interception there, I think it was Tyler Wright that comes away with a big pick, and then Bixby comes away with a big offensive play. Boy, if you could just take that back, I know you can't, but the Rams able to overcome that and have this 7-point lead here with 4 minutes, 47 seconds. You're right. I mean, this is kind of what you're asking for.
So Bixby now looking to respond as they will start 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Parker will be the quarterback. Now everyone shifts. The snap. Parker tries to run to the right and bulled his way forward. Tried to break through, still fighting. He's such a strong runner. Gets to the 30-yard line, so he regains some of that lost yardage and a couple more. And that'll bring up third down.
Starting to see a little bit of energy
Yep.
get into this Ram defense. We've been looking for it all game long since that first quarter to start.
Now Kirby back in at quarterback, empty backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Kirby brings a man in motion right to left. In the pocket, looking downfield, it's going to be a screen across the middle. The ball's incomplete. Now, a big decision here by Coach Montgomery. 4th and 6 at his own 32-yard line. He'll send in Gonzalez for the punt.
You've got Parker back there too.
So be careful here. Watch the fake. Gonzalez runs to his left, and then he does punt the football. Owasso's got to get away from it. And they do as the ball rolls dead down inside the 20-yard line. And now the Ram fans starting to feel it. 3:22 on the clock. Grant, if the Rams can do what they've done here in the second half,
go back to that diamond formation. Just move the football, move the chains. Protect the football. You talk about drawing it up how you ask for. This is exactly what you want. The ball in the Owasso offense hands, up 7 with 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go here in the 4th.
Both teams with their full complementary timeouts. And you're right, Grant, the Rams go back to that diamond formation. They find Hall over on the right side. He's going to be stifled at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And Bixby will take their first timeout as the clock is stopped at 3:16.
This is where you'd like to see Owasso get in the huddle and talk to your offensive line and go, you fire off that football and you win the line of scrimmage, and let's go home with a gold ball. Kind of one of those dig moments. Dig down.
3:16 on the clock. Owasso leading 35-28. And a lot of strategy being discussed in each huddle right now. This is a field that was not good to the Rams a couple of years ago, but this has been a different ball club throughout the season, undefeated, trying to match what they did back in 2019. Antonio Graham in his first season trying to capture a gold ball, much like Bill Blankenship did his first season at Owasso in 2017. Appreciate you joining us here tonight, and hopefully the Rams can finish this off as both clubs come back out onto the field. The Rams with their big offensive line. Frankenfield now with a single back. It'll be Maul. 2 receivers out to the right. Now a man in motion. Takes the snap, hands off to Maul, going to the right side. He's got some room and just tripped up as he was about to break into the open. That's happened 3 times here tonight. Just shy of the first down. So a big play here. They'll move the ball back to the 26-yard line. 3rd and 3.
Well, and you said it, Maul has had some great looks, and he's had some big runs as well, but just shoestring tackles have kept him out of the end zone a numerous amount of times.
Clock continues to roll. Bixby hanging on to 2 timeouts. Maul the running back. Here's the snap. Handoff to Maul going on the right side, and not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. Let's see what they say.
Boy, is it close.
It is close. I'm not sure if they called for a measurement or if they're going to go ahead and say 4th down. It's going to be 4th down. Clock stopped at 2:28 as Bixby takes their second charge timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Keith too, your hometown insurance guy. You know, insurance doesn't have to be confusing or boring. So if your car decides to tango with a shopping cart or your home springs a leak, I'm the guy you want to call. In fact, I'm so confident I can save you money on your current auto insurance that if I can't, I'll give you $25. Yep, you heard me right. $25 straight from my pocket to yours. So when life throws you a curveball, just call me, Keith 2, at 918-928-4545 or visit me online at owassoinsuranceguy.com. Go Rams!
Welcome back here in the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth, and this is a big down, 4th down. What do we decide, Grant? Are we sending the offense back out on the field? It'll be Maul, the running back. Bixby's going to stack the box. Man in motion. Here's the snap, and Maul's going to be caught in the backfield. There was no chance whatsoever for him to get away, and Bixby's going to take over.
Boy, that's a huge call. I mean, if you get it, you're a genius. If you don't,
it hurts.
It hurts, but.
And now you let Bixby right back in with 2:23 to go. They were committed to stopping the run, and that's exactly what the Rams did. It was not even close.
Well, we talked about it during the timeout. You've got that big offensive line. You can get right behind them. But do you really want to give Bixby the ball with a short field with 26 yards here to go? 2 minutes, 23 seconds left in this game.
So it's 1st and 10 Bixby at the Owasso 26-yard line. Parker is the quarterback. Carroll the running back. Parker takes the snap. He'll run to the left. Try to get to the outside. He'll be tripped up. Riker Ogg with a nice tackle. As the clock will continue to run, Bixby with 1 timeout as we approach 2 minutes.
And it just takes 1 stop. I mean, Coach Graham's got faith in this defense.
And Bixby having trouble with their substitutions. Now Kirby back in at quarterback. He fakes the throw to the outside and the throw over the top, and the catch is made by Presley. Touchdown Spartans.
And that's exactly what you don't want to happen when you go for it on 4th down and within your own territory. Bixby hadn't done a whole lot of throwing here in the second half. Does a great job of faking it with Parker.
Still need the extra point. Tao, he'll need a good snap, a good hold, and it was almost blocked. Did it get there? It's good. Looked like it was near the right a little bit, but we are tied with 1:51 to go in the ball game in regulation, 35-35. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Looking for the ultimate adventure right here in Owasso? Look no further than Airtopia Adventure Park. Conquer the ninja course, tackle the high ropes, and test your agility in the vortex. There's something for everyone at Airtopia. Perfect for birthdays, team events, or a fun day out with family and friends. Join us at Airtopia Adventure Park, where every day is an adventure. Visit airtopiapark.com for more details. Airtopia, where the fun never stops. Located off 86th Street, across from Owasso High School.
1:51 on the clock here in regulation, tied at 35. As the Rams taking a chance, going forward on 4th down, unable to convert, and Bixby comes back in 2 plays, 26 yards, and tie the game up on a 24-yard touchdown pass from Kirby to Presley. Now the Rams looking for a return. There's a deep kick. This may go out of bounds and give the Rams good starting field position as the flag is thrown on the play. So that'll help the Rams. No time off the clock.
Well, that's a great start. You and I mentioned it during the timeout. We've got the wind at our back. Noah Hill has a decent leg. Just takes 3 to win if we can get down here in some reasonable territory.
Bixby sends their defense out onto the field. Rams just breaking their sideline huddle. They'll come out. And they'll go with that diamond running back formation once again. Frankenfield hands off to Hall. Got some room on the outside near midfield as he's tripped up as he crosses the Owasso 45-yard line, but that'll be good enough for a First Bank of Owasso first down. He was able to get out of bounds. That stops the clock at 1:45. Frankenfield runs over to Coach Simmons, gets the play call, comes back in. Plenty of time on the play clock. Frankenfield hands the ball off to Hall, who is caught from behind as he crosses into Bixby territory near the 48-yard line. Clock continues to roll. They'll mark the ball at the Bixby 49-yard line, second down. Hand off again, Hall trying to go to the right side, and he's going to get about 2 on the play. Rams probably want to burn their first time out here. And that's what they do. It stops the clock at 1:14. Well, Grant, at some point, you're going to have to put the ball in the air.
I know. I'm as nervous as the. I know. I agree with you. You've got your sophomore quarterback. I'm as nervous as anybody else here. I mean, it's all coming down. That's what a whole season comes down to is this drive, 1:14 seconds left.
That final carry was spotted at the 47-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. What's your strategy here?
I mean, no matter what, you got to go get a first down here. You can't worry about the clock. You can't worry about anything. You have to get a first down right here.
Rams with a 3-overtime victory last week against the Jinx Trojans. But it would be easier just to win in regulation.
I would much prefer that.
Yeah. So Frankenfield, again, diamond formation, and
got him offside.
5 yards. He used a cadence to get Bixby to jump offside.
Oh,
and they're going to say procedure against the Rams.
Boy, I didn't see anybody
I did not
move.
either, Grant. And that's a huge call, a 5-yard penalty against Owasso. And coming out of a timeout, you've got to know what the play is, and you've got to hold your water. Now, this really changes the strategy as you're looking at 3rd and 7. And now I think we have another timeout. Bixby may have taken their last timeout. That's their 3rd and final timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. It's Ram football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Nice. Nice is the opposite of Monday. Nice lets you merge onto a crowded highway. Nice is Christian Brothers Automotive, where incredibly friendly people, extra clean service space, and a waiting courtesy car make all the difference. Drive into Christian Brothers for a brake or service check today. Keeping your family safe? Now that's nice. Christian Brothers Automotive. Nice difference.
For a nice difference, visit Ray Adcock at Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso at 96th Street in Garnett.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth as we have 1 minute, 14 seconds left in regulation play here in the Class 6A State Championship, tied at 35. Bixby has used their last timeout defensively. Owasso still with 2 timeouts, but they are looking at a 3rd and 7. They're going to stay with that diamond formation, but now you've got Tay Bethel in lone coverage here on the near side. Frankenfield with the handoff to Hall. Got some room over on the right side and then gets caught up from behind, and now the Rams are going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, I think you have to. You've got no timeouts for Bixby. Clock running.
So they're letting the play clock or the game clock run down. They'll probably take it down all the way and then call timeout. 15 seconds, so it'll be near 26, 25 seconds on the clock when Owasso punts the football. They'll take a timeout with 27 seconds. And Coach Graham will send his punt team out on the field.
Well, and I'd rather not see that Noah Hill rugby. I'd rather just punt it away, make sure you get a good, clean kickoff.
Yeah.
And, I would say we're just definitely playing for overtime both ways here.
Yeah, I agree. 27 seconds left in the game. Here in regulation, tied at 35. It's been a grind all night long. Each time that one team threw a punch, the other one seemed to be able to take it and come right back with a counter punch. When it looked like Owasso was going to be in control, leading 35-28, they were unable to convert a 4th and short, and then Bixby able to get the quick touchdown, and that's how we're here in this fourth quarter, tied at 35.
Well, it's been a great football game. It's just interesting how handicapped Owasso seems to have been here in the second half with the passing game, as it kind of seems to be fairly non-existent.
Yeah. So the Rams will send Noah Hill on the field to punt. Of course, he always has the option of faking, but I'm not sure this is the situation you want to ask him to do that. Braden Presley will go back deep for the Spartans. Snap is back. Hill with the punt. Gets a good roll. This one's going to roll down inside the 10-yard line and will be stopped at the Bixby 7, where the Spartans have 14 seconds left in regulation.
Got 14 seconds, no timeouts for the Spartans.
So we are looking at bonus coverage here today. Bixby 1st and 10 from their own 7. And it looks like they're going to come out in a formation just to take a knee and send this to overtime. Parker is the quarterback, and that's what he does. He'll take a knee, and this clock will run down, and we will head to overtime, tied at 35. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hello, Ram Nation. It's Coach Graham. Owasso football strives for excellence on and off the field, and our partners at Jim Go to Auto Family have the same commitment too. That's why they're Oklahoma's highest rated Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram dealer. Their unwavering dedication to always offer the largest selections at Oklahoma best prices is unmatched. Plus, their standards of excellence in customer service after the sale is the best of the best. When you need a vehicle, head to Jim Glover and tell him Coach Graham sent you.
When it comes to beverages, everyone has different tastes, but we can all agree that the best flavor is one that's free. QT is your drink HQ and the place to win free drinks. Just order anything through the QT app and you'll have the chance to instantly win a free drink. You can cool down with a crisp can of free. Fill your cup to the brim with free and smell the fresh brewed aroma of free. So savor the sweet taste of free. Just make any purchase in the QT app for the chance to win a free drink. QT, more than a gas station.
There's a reason Duralast Roofing Specialist has been voted Best Roofing Company for 4 years in a row by the Tulsa World and Tulsa people. With top-of-the-line service, the highest quality materials, and expertise at getting your claim paid properly. Go with Zach Harbaugh and Duralast Roofing Specialists. Call today at 918-906-7800. Again, that's 918-906-7800.
When it comes to supporting the Owasso community, nobody does it like State Farm agent Casey Miller. For the last 5 years, Casey has been a good neighbor to Owasso families with affordable insurance and friendly service, even when the unexpected happens. Bundle your auto, home, and life insurance for even more savings. And be sure to say hello when you see her out supporting the Rams and Lady Rams this season. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Casey Miller is there.
Well, thank you for joining us here this evening as we are headed to overtime. The rules being explained to each team right now, and we're looking for the coin toss. Got a bevy of people out at midfield. Not sure the delay. Long discussion going on between Coach Montgomery and the white hat. As you mentioned, Grant, no turnovers in the game for Bixby. So
again, another perfect game for Bixby against Owasso.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. You and I watch them, and just last week they handed the ball over to Memorial a few times, and Memorial unable to do anything with it. And kind of one of those deals we just talked about. Just give us that opportunity, please.
So they'll bring captains out to the field. It'll be Big Blake Cherry for the Rams. Cooper Parker. As they'll flip the coin. This will be the first 6A final that's ever gone to overtime in the championship game. The last game to go to overtime was a 2A game back in 2010. Just feels like this one carries a lot of weight here tonight.
Yeah, just a lot of history coming into this game with these two teams, and a lot of ifs and ands. And
so it appears we're going to go to the north end zone. That's the end zone here right in front of the Sports Performance Center. At the south end zone, there's the waterfall with the big jumbotron. And Owasso will go first offensively. So the Rams, after a triple overtime win over Jinx last week, start the first overtime on offense. Frankenfield with Maul to his right, two receivers out to the right, one to the left. Frankenfield takes the snap, hand off to Maul, got some room, jumps a defender inside the 5-yard line down to the 3-yard line. One of Owasso's linemen coming up gimpy that time, Grant, trying to see who that was. I believe it's Brooks Barron, the right guard. They spot the ball at the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Same formation. Hand off to Maul again, looking for room on the inside, and he may have gotten 1 yard on the play. And so now a big 3rd down after no gain on the play. 3rd and goal to go. Bixby fans getting their side excited. Now Hall, the running back. He takes a handoff, cuts up the middle inside. He's in the end zone. Hall is in for the Ram touchdown.
Boy, just a great job by Hall trying to find some room and bowling forward. Not a whole lot of dancing. A little bit of a cut and just leans forward, rolls right at the end zone, and a big touchdown for this Owasso offense.
Now the Rams looking for the extra point. Noah Hill will line it up. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is true. And so the Rams able to score first. as they lead 42-35.
All we need right here is a stop, and it is a gold ball. So Rams have had a tough time stopping Parker on the run game all night long. But you've got the friend behind you is the back of the end zone, so you don't have to worry about that deep threat that Bixby is capable of.
Well, Bixby, for the most part, has sold out to trying to stop the run. They weren't able to that time, but Owasso not quite as successful when Parker has been the quarterback. So Bixby will come out with their offensive unit. Kirby, the quarterback, looking over the defense. Carroll to his right. Kirby tries to run on the right side, and he's going to be tackled after a 3-yard gain. Well, they're going to give him 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 8. Everybody on their feet here at Chad Richardson Stadium. Spartans move 3 players from right to the left. Now they bring the last one over. Kirby trying to run out to the right, and he's tripped up inside the 5. Just inside the 5-yard line, so a big 3rd down here. They'll go ahead and spot him at the 4. Substitutions for the Rams defensively. Ben Duggan's into the game. Bunch formation. Parker, the quarterback, takes the snap, tries to run up the middle. He's got some room. The push. Did he get in? Yes, Parker is in for the touchdown.
Well, and now the big question comes, do they go for 2?
And let's see, they're looking over to the sideline. Coach Montgomery is not sending his kicking unit on.
The Rams are going to take a timeout.
Yeah, this is going to be a big timeout. An extra point away for the Spartans to tie or win. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Tired of living with the discomfort of neuropathy? Find relief today with Restoration Chiropractic.
Hey, it's Dr. Bryce with Restoration Chiropractic. My wife, Dr. Allie, and I are Owasso High School graduates and proud to bring our practice back to our hometown. Don't let neuropathy hold you back. Our neuropathy protocol uses state-of-the-art technology to help neuropathy, all without the use of medications or surgery.
Experience the difference at Restoration Chiropractic. Schedule your consultation today and take the first step toward a pain-free life. Call 918-212-0084.
Welcome back to the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma, where the Rams lead 42-41, but Bixby in their possession here in overtime. They're deciding right now if they want to kick the extra point or go for 2. And Grant, it looks like they're going to try to go for the 2-point conversion, as they'll send Parker back in at quarterback. I mean, this is the ball game. Parker at quarterback. Now he'll bring everybody in tight. The Rams going to have to sell out up the middle, trying to call the defense offside. The Rams don't move. They'll move people around once again. Here's the snap. Parker gets to the end zone for the score and the win. So a bold move by Coach Montgomery, and the Rams fall to the Spartans 43-42 in this state championship. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back and wrap this up for you. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
First Bank of Owasso has invested over $400,000 in Owasso Public Schools. This includes funds for athletic and academic teams, classroom materials, and support for our teachers. Discover the First Bank of Owasso difference by visiting one of their 3 convenient Owasso locations or by visiting firstbank.net. First Bank of Owasso, member FDIC.
Hello, Ram Nation. It's Coach Graham. Owasso football strives for excellence on and off the field, and our partners at Jim Go to Auto Family have the same commitment too. That's why they're Oklahoma's highest rated Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram dealer. Their unwavering dedication to always offer the largest selections at Oklahoma best prices is unmatched. Plus, their standard of excellence in customer service after the sale is the best of the best. When you need a vehicle, head to Jim Glover and tell him Coach Graham sent you.
Hello, Ram fans. This is Ray Adcock with Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso, and we are proud supporters of Owasso Rams Athletics. If you've kept your ticket stub from any home sporting event, you'll notice the backside of that is $20 off for any service at Christian Brothers. That's right. Oil change, alignment, diagnostic, repair, doesn't matter. And if you'll check in on Facebook when you're in the building, that's another $20 off. We're talking $40 off for any service. Come see us at Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso.
When it comes to beverages, everyone has different tastes, but we can all agree that the best flavor is one that's free. QT is your drink HQ and the place to win free drinks. Just order anything through the QT app and you'll have the chance to instantly win a free drink. You can cool down with a crisp can of free. Fill your cup to the brim with free and smell the fresh brewed aroma of free. So savor the sweet taste of free. Just make any purchase in the QT app for the chance to win a free drink. QT, more than a gas station.
Welcome back here to Chad Richardson Stadium, where the Bixby Spartans have defeated the Owasso Rams 43-42. The Rams able to score in overtime, had a 4-yard touchdown run from Jaden Hall. The point after was good. And then Bixby returns the favor with a 4-yard touchdown run of their own. And Coach Montgomery, he rolls the dice. And it comes up right for the Spartans as Parker able to run the football in. Grant, it looked like the Rams had sold out for the run up the middle, which had been successful all evening long. And Parker actually looked like he was going to run up the middle and then just broke to the outside, and there was no one there for contain, and Bixby wins yet another state championship here in Class 6A. So disappointing for Owasso. Congratulations to the Spartans. That doesn't diminish the season that Owasso put together here tonight, but certainly not the way you wanted to finish.
Yeah, no, that's a ballsy call by Coach Montgomery, and pretty disappointing. But again, another good season under brand new head coach Antonio Graham and his staff and these kids and what they've done this year.
So medals are getting ready to be presented down onto the field as both teams exchanging congratulatory handshakes, game-ending handshakes. Certainly disappointing for Owasso. As we let Rob finish working over the numbers here, we'll get those to you here in just a moment. Rams with an opportunity there in the fourth quarter, and the call to go for it on fourth down. That'll be a key part of the game as well. And again, I don't mind the call going for it, but on fourth and short, you could tell that Bixby had sold out to the run as Maul was stifled in the backfield and was unable to convert the first down. And then Bixby scored on just 2 plays, and the Rams still had some time on the clock, but just couldn't convert that first down and ended up punting the ball away. Bixby chose to send it to overtime and run the clock out, and that's when Owasso scored on their first possession, and Bixby did as well. But, man, what a football game. What a season of football. It's been not just for Owasso, but for Oklahoma. Class 6A has been mixed up all season long of who is first, who's second. The Rams took over early in the season and rode that ranking right here to the state championship, falling just 1 point shy to the Bixby Spartans. Looking at the numbers here in the game, first downs for the Rams, 15, 13 for the Spartans. The Rams had 329 yards on the ground, Bixby 123. Passing yardage for Owasso, 119, 214 for Bixby. The Rams did have 2 interceptions in the game. Frankenfield 6 of 10. 448 total yards for Owasso, 337 for Bixby. Time of possession, Owasso regained that in the third quarter and finished out with 26 minutes of possession here in the game. Bixby with 22 minutes. The Rams were 7 of 15 on third down. Bixby 7 of 14 on third down. And then Owasso 1 of 3 on fourth down. Bixby 0 of 4. Parker, the double quarterbacks, they used 2 quarterbacks at Bixby. Parker was the running quarterback. He had 10 carries for 73 yards and 3 touchdowns in the game. Kirby had 13 carries for 31 yards and Presley 4 for 22 yards. Kirby was 16 of 23 passing for 214 yards and a touchdown, and Presley had 5 receptions and 113 yards, and he caught that touchdown pass to end the final score for Bixby in that fourth quarter that sent it to overtime. For Owasso, Hall had 120 yards on the ground on 25 carries and 3 touchdowns. Mall, 23 carries for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Zafaris, 4 carries for 15 yards. As we mentioned, Frankenfield, 6 of 10 with 2 interceptions for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sudbeck had a reception here tonight for 19 yards and a touchdown in that first quarter. Hill had the long touchdown reception, 67 yards there in the game, and Zafaris had a catch for 12 yards. Tay Bethel had 2 big catches in the game, and then Hall a reception for 5 yards. As we get ready to close this out, Grant, final thoughts that you have for the Rams as we close out this season, 2024, as the Rams finish their season 12-1 with this loss here tonight. I know there's disappointment, but still great effort here by the Rams tonight. It was another good football game. The Rams just came up short this time after a big win last week over the Jinx Trojans in triple overtime.
Yeah, just a rough ending to a great season. Proud of these guys and this coaching staff, and getting to watch them throughout the season and how they've grown. Just kind of comes down tonight of no turnovers for Bixby, 2 for us, and at 1 point, I mean, that's going to be a tough one to swallow. That'll keep guys up for the next 25 years, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But a great game by the Spartans this evening, and again, still proud of the Owasso and the community tonight for showing out all the way down the turnpike.
Did a great job showing up here this evening. Owasso falling just shy of the state championship as they fall to Bixby 43-42. Want to thank Dave Waddell back in the studio for punching the buttons back for us there, doing a great job of production. For Rob Williams, punching numbers here in the booth for us. For my wingman, Grant Mowry, this is Steve Mowry. You've been listening to Ram Football, closing out the season with a 12-1 record, falling 43-42 here in the Class 6A State Championship. Thanks for joining us. Hope that you'll join us for Owasso Ram basketball. Be sure and check the Owasso Athletics website for those dates and times as we bring you Owasso Ram and Lady Ram basketball. Appreciate you joining us here on the Owasso Sports Network. Hope you have a great evening, everyone.